I say, hey, we got you with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
NBA fans, it's time to bring home the hoops action to the palm of your hand with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. This week, new customers can bet $5 and win $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, for a limited time, all new and existing customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay every day. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app today, opt in, and place a same-game parlay on any NBA game. And if it doesn't hit, you'll get a free bet back. Download the app now and sign up with code BET1580. New customers can bet $5 on the NBA and get $200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, with code BET1580. 21 and over. Arizona only. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Bonus issued as free bets. Opt-in required. One free bet issued based on amount of initial losing NBA bet. Eligibility, wagering, and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/basketball terms.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a long-term contract to get access. Well, not anymore, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide with deals like our Silver Unlimited plan for just $45 a month and no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A13 5G for $149, all on a reliable 5G network. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
80% of youth in Arizona don't drink, smoke, or use drugs. Want to know the reason why? It's you. Kids say not disappointing their parents is one of the main reasons they choose not to drink or use drugs. Visit talknowaz.com because while you might worry you aren't getting through, you are. Keep it up and stay up to date about the latest Arizona drug trends at talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM. All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And today, we start the program with 2 pieces of news that are probably going to aggravate Randy White.
Oh, no.
2 pieces of news that are going to make his blood pressure rise.
Oh, no.
His rants seep out. And, he's going to get cranky. I just want to warn everybody up front. I think Randy might be cranky today. So let's start with breaking news.
My dude wipes over here.
Be ready.
This is breaking news.
My dude wipes.
Just broke a little bit ago. The Broncos have hired Sean Payton as their new head coach. That's right. The Cardinals. What they have left to pick from? Vance Joseph and nobody. That's it. Vance Joseph is now the new head coach of the Arizona Cardinals.
Brian Flores is still available, is he not? Or did he?
No, he's still available. He's out there.
He's still
I'm
out
just saying, Cardinals doing Cardinals things. And I wouldn't be surprised if I don't hear very soon that Jeff Saturday is the coach of my Colts.
This just in. No, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't be surprised the way my day is going, the way my week is going, the way my month is going. I feel like I'm about ready to break into Friends theme song, so I'm going to avoid that at all damn costs. But, so I don't know how much they're going to pay him, but
a lot,
Sean
probably.
Payton,
Yeah.
they'd have to. The Waltons, the Walmarts, whatever they are, they had to open up the old pocketbook. And there had been speculation that they were resistant in opening up the pocketbook. And that's why they talked to Jim Harbaugh. They talked to these people and they kept having these second interviews. And Jim Harbaugh said, no, I'm good over here in Michigan. But they talked to him again. Yeah. Now you start to wonder if that was a tactic just to make Sean Payton go, we got other people, And it's a big old phony, but still. So here you go. Sean Payton now sitting there saddled with Russell Wilson.
Well, let me just say this. I'll just go ahead and Hefty Lefty, Espeedo Phil, the rest of those Bronco fans. I'm happy for you. Yeah, your son. I'm very happy for all the Bronco fans out there, especially after the miserable season that they just had. So good luck to you. And
put an S on that.
Well, yeah,
been in more than a few miserable seasons for that team.
This past one was just
this one surprisingly bad.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a good season. You know, Russ Wilson joins the AFC West, and we're looking at that and going, "Wow, Mahomes, Carr, Herbert, Wilson.
Right.
This is going to be awesome."
Gauntlet is going to be. You don't want to go against the AFC? What? Oh,
and then they average 17 points a game for the entire season. So.
Yeah, and first couple games, you're like, "Oh, they're rusty." Oh, he'll figure it out. And you're like, "Oh, dear Lord, he's not figuring anything out."
I'm just okay, good, all right. Peyton is he's in Denver land. At least we're not going to have to face him, but once every second or third year.
Yeah,
and maybe in the preseason. Sure. Yeah.
Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy hump day. And now the D'Amico Ryan and Sean Payton are off the market. Who's left for the Cardinals to snag? If it's Vance Joseph, I'm going to pull a Jeffrey. By the way, don't say pull a Jeffrey. I know I said I might take a break from the Colts if they go with Jeff Saturday. Everybody who's a fan of a team has threatened to walk away, but real fans don't walk away. So I'm sure I won't walk away, but that's the feeling that I have. Keon, on a yearly basis, thinks about it. I guarantee it.
For 20 straight years, roughly.
Every single team
2012 was the
in
exception.
Washington, D.C.
Well, and the thing about Keon is
the Nats had a pretty good run for a little bit. But
he moved around. He had the option to change allegiances on several occasions.
Yeah.
And stood firm. So, applause to you, Keon. Your loyalty is somewhat stunning. Interesting.
And part of my steadfast fandom of the Colts right now, because my only options would be go with the team where I live or go with the worst team in the NFL. But if I went for the Texans right now, D'Amico Ryan coming in there, more than likely going to be their new head coach. Good days are supposed to be ahead.
It has not been announced yet. Come on.
I can't do it though. No, it's pretty much a done deal.
It has not been announced yet.
If the Colts swoop in and get him, I'll be thrilled. If the Cardinals swoop in and get him, I'll be pissed. I mean, I need a coach too, Randy.
It now makes sense why we were talking to the Bengals offensive defensive guys. It makes sense now.
Yeah, they're looking for diamonds in the rough as well as trying to be at the table for the marquee guys. But
this is just speculation. But I almost think that we pulled out all the stops to try to get Sean Payton here, and probably had started counting the chickens before they were hatched, and now we're stuck doing mop up. But listen, Brian Flores is out there, and I hope we get him. I hope we get him or somebody of his character.
I worry that with all the dysfunction and with the quarterback you currently have, the top coaches are going to be like, yeah, but I mean, what makes this an attractive place for a head coach to come and try to put 4 or 5 years in? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but the Cardinals, after the last couple of years, are not a very attractive place to come coach.
Well, it depends on what Michael Bidwell is going to allow that person to do. Is he going to be patient? Because if you're going to be patient, if a coach comes in and says, hey, this team needs a rebuild or a reboot, and that's going to take anywhere from 3 to 4 years. If you give me the full 4 years, I promise you we're going to have something better on the other side. Well, but you can't have a guy come in and expect him to be a year one miracle worker, because that's not going to happen.
You know, Jeffrey, your question is intriguing because what makes the Houston Texans
what makes them
a place that you want to go to?
They have a great draft pick, and they
have great draft picks, and they got a horrible leadership.
It's a full rebuild with some pretty decent pieces still.
And
around.
they've got terrible owners.
And I mean, D'Amico Ryans is reported to have a 6-year deal in place.
D'Amico Ryans is like, I beat these guys in a lawsuit once. I could do it again.
So the 6 years is the key there. When you have a team that's starting from basically nothing and all you've got is draft picks, you have to give that coach the runway to rebuild, or else nobody's going to want to coach for you. That's just a fact.
Mr. Girl says the weather, golf, lots of reasons for a coach to come here. I'm
Oh, yeah.
talking about the team itself.
So that they
You
know
know?
they won't get fired.
They have pretty good weather in Houston. They have pretty
It's
good
pretty
weather
nice, yeah.
I mean, if you
in
call,
other places.
if you got hurricanes and flooding and high humidity,
I
good
said
weather.
Pretty
I mean,
good. I
well-
didn't say great. And listen, it's not great weather here, if you're honest. 180 degrees for 6 months is not
Dome
exactly
stadium.
great.
Dome stadium, air conditioning.
Still, you gotta get to work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get to work. Anyway, so but listen, I know that there's great reasons to be here in the Valley. I get that. But as far as deciding to be a coach of the Arizona Cardinals, and really, even if you can, like, okay, I think I can get past Bidwell and how he's done things in the past. Maybe now he's opened his eyes. You're still stuck with little Kyler Murray. And I guarantee you, not a lot of people want to get stuck with little Kyler Murray. Sean Payton is a quarterback, coach, and he did not want anything to do with Kyler Murray. He'd rather go to a place where Russell Wilson is quarterback. That's got to tell you something.
I don't
You-
know.
you-
Russell
you-
Wilson. Sorry, Randy.
Is that? I was just going to ask it. Was that what Sean Payton said? He didn't come here because of Kyler Murray.
No, I'm just guessing.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't like Kyler, so of
okay.
course your opinion's going to be on what Sean Payton
I
thought.
feel like
And
Sean
Russell
Payton and I
Wilson-
would be really good friends. We think a lot the same. He won his picks contest. I won this picks contest. Basically, Sean Payton, outside of Bountygate, same person. And don't think I wouldn't instigate a Bountygate against employees. I certainly would. I certainly would.
And
Well-
you have in the past.
well, and
oh,
the
wait,
thing is
I
that
did I just say that out loud? I'm sorry.
the bounty gate is against other teams. So
Yeah, but
So
he was there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He did, man.
I'm just saying it wasn't his own players. He was like, hey, let's put out hits on other guys. But I think with Sean Payton, if you look at Kyler Murray and you look at Russell Wilson, which guy can I fix? Russell Wilson has a Super Bowl, man. I think that Russell Wilson just looks like the easier option to fix, right? Like he's only had 1 year in
I don't know that
11.
I don't know that Kyler Murray needs to be fixed. I think Kyler Murray needs to be coached. And Cliff Kingsbury is not a coach. He's not.
Florida Mustard says Kyler is a cancer, stage 4.
How do you know this? I mean, how much time, Florida Mustard, have you spent with Kyler Murray? How do you know?
Again,
he's a
Randy,
cancer?
you're challenging us on all these things, and all we're doing is seeing what we see
Oh, you
on
mean
the
with
field,
all of
in
this-
practice,
all of this
and-
speculation. Okay.
in press conferences. The proof is on the field as well.
Yeah.
We've seen him be that.
I don't know.
We've
I mean,
seen Larry Fitzgerald walk away from the game earlier than
There's
than he
no-
needed to.
there is
I
no
think it's
proof
pretty obvious.
that Larry Fitzgerald left the team because of Kyler Murray. Absolutely no proof. None.
There's no proof that OJ did it. Oh wait, I'm just saying.
kinda is.
there's
man.
plenty of
Kinda is,
proof.
yeah.
It's just the
Yeah.
jury
There's
didn't
plenty-
acknowledge it.
And
That's-
guess what? There's plenty of proof in the same way that Kyler Murray is an issue. He is a
All right.
problem. He is
all
a
right.
whiny little baby. And
okay.
now, and
All right.
listen, I'm going to stand up for him on this one. The word on the street is that he's in no hurry to come back. Now, I think he's probably in no hurry to come back because he's collecting a paycheck, and why put yourself through that when you got guaranteed money? But I don't mind the guy making sure that he's 100% before he comes back. I'm pro player in that aspect. A lot of people are giving him a lot of guff, saying, "Oh, I see. He's going to drag his heels coming back because he doesn't care about the team. He doesn't care about the city. He only cares about the money he's making and whatever he's going to do next." And so here you go, Randy. Remember I said you should draft a quarterback? Well, now you should really think about drafting a
still shouldn't
quarterback.
draft a
Well,
quarterback.
let's keep in mind, guys, I have absolutely no control over that whatsoever.
I think with Kyler, don't rush back. Okay. There are two mistakes were made when RG3 was the quarterback at Washington. One was he was allowed to play, just slap a knee brace on the thing and go out there and play when he was already injured, and he tore his ACL and his career was never the same. But the other thing that happened was he rushed back the next season. He didn't go through the proper rehab. He was so wanting to come back and play that if he could have recovered, now we'll never know if that was possible. So no, Kyler's doing the smart thing. You can't rush back off an
I'm
ACL
not going to judge
tear
him for that.
for
but
what he's got.
It's a little weird when you then just see what Patrick Mahomes was doing over the weekend.
But
just
he
saying
had
I-
an
I-
ankle
I know.
sprain,
I just-
destroyed
I-
knee, ankle
I
sprain,
just- I just-
destroyed knee.
I just-
They're not the
I just-
same thing. They're not
I
even
just
close
said
to the same.
visual.
I'm just saying.
The visual. It's just I'm saying.
The visuals might be one thing, but an ACL
I just-
tear is not an ankle sprain. Just not ankle sprain.
I guess and we were educated on where things were. Who was it that was it? Oh, that's right, Jameis Winston. Well, the ankle is the wrist, and the knee is the elbow.
Yeah.
So basically, Keon, we're just talking wrists and elbows here. That's all it's happening.
Exactly. And a wrist sprain is
So what means Keon agrees with me.
the Brock
888-368-1580.
it's the Brock Purdy injury of the leg, you see, and you can't rush back from that.
No, he's not. He's 6 months. They're saying maybe. Did we get word on whether or not Brock Purdy's second opinion has come through?
Not
or is
quite
it
yet.
Still
pending.
Yeah. I hope he gets what he needs. I don't care if he comes back faster. I hope he gets what he needs because I think that kid's got a bright future. And like I said at the very beginning of all this, I hope Kyler Murray is really honestly doing exactly what he needs to come back 100%. I can't judge a guy for how he repairs his body when it comes to the game of football. But outside of that, he's a whiny little bitch.
I mean, no,
Fair
I
enough.
don't think anyone disagrees there.
Well,
Okay. Let's see here. Big George says this happens all the time to us Arizona sports fans. We get all hyped up with these local television stations following Sean Payton Manning around town, think we're going to get him, just to be disappointed when the Broncos swoop in and sign him. This
Now-
means war, Denver. That's
Now-
twice you've screwed us over.
now what did I say last week, Big George? What did I say last week when Channel 12 and Channel 15 had their camera crews out following Mr. Bidwell and Sean Payton around, kind of like the TMZ guys? What did I say? Everybody just relax. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing.
Means that Sean Payton got himself a very nice dinner.
Means he was in town and they were talking, and we already knew he was going to talk to the Cardinals. So everybody should not have jumped to conclusions as if there was something else other than a meeting going on. This is normal protocol. So I have nothing against the Denver Broncos. Wish them well. And also the fans who are in the fourth dimension, who are Denver Bronco fans. Good for you. Congratulations. I wish the best for you.
And those
All
are
right,
two
so
interviews.
now-
Those are two very nice dinners, actually.
Now it is official. D'Amico Ryans has agreed to become the Texans' next head coach. And some details on how things went down for Sean Payton have come out. The Saints are going to receive a 2023 first-round pick from the Broncos and 2024 second-round pick. But here's the thing. Wait a second. Who's got the Broncos pick? Does Denver have the fifth pick, or does Seattle have that? Did it get it from Seattle?
Seattle has the. I thought they had the third pick.
No, fifth.
Is
And
it fifth? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was the fifth pick from Denver.
so Denver doesn't have a first round pick, do they?
I don't think so. I don't see them on here as
So-
having another pick. So no.
How are the Saints getting a 2023 first round pick if the Broncos do not have one? Or am I just reading this wrong? It's the other way around. They do have one. I'm confused. 888-368-1580. But that is the deal. A first round pick for 2023, a second round pick in 2024. And so I guess Sean Payton will no longer be squinting and pursing his lips on Fox. He'll be on the sideline for the Broncos. So two potential coaches are now off the board. And I don't even know what to want or think for the Colts. What are you wanting or thinking for the Cardinals? Brian Flores? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking Brian Flores.
I think he'd be good.
He's a great character guy. I think he's a great coach, and players will. He's sort of like a Mike Tomlin. Players will run through a wall for the guy, and I think it would be good for Kyler Murray to have a man in there instead of old skinny jeans possum boy and his orange slices. I think Kyler Murray needs a man to be the head coach of this football team, and so we'll just wait and see what happens.
And the Broncos have the 29th pick from San Francisco.
Oh, I see. My page, I only had the first 18 because I don't give a crap what happens after that. So I probably should get the full page for future reference. Thank you, Keon. Beer Bob, thank you. He tried to help me break that news. And I saw a text when I was away. I guess Randy referred to me in the past tense and made people wonder if I was dead.
No,
saying Jeffrey
no.
loved cars.
No.
By the way, speaking of loving cars, you see this car behind me right here on my calendar, my new calendar.
Yeah.
Well, look at the car. I know people can't see this on the radio, but the car for February, I'm thinking about skipping it. Let me show you.
Okay. Because that's an Olds 442, if I'm not mistaken, right?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, okay.
That's a pink Cadillac.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the boss, Bruce Springsteen, sung about the pink Cadillac.
I don't know if I want a pink Cadillac.
He redid the great Aretha Franklin song.
It's a short
1959 pink Cadillac.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, except that it is pink. That's the only thing.
I'm thinking just tearing that one off and going another month with the Oldsmobile here.
The 442.
So I'm thinking. The other thing that will aggravate Randy, we're going to have to talk about when we come back. So Randy handled the news of Sean Payton going to the Broncos, I think, very well. Very nice.
Better than I thought. Yeah.
He may have been punching walls outside of the studio, but right now he's very calm and collected. But we've got more news for you when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
A couple of prop bets for Super Bowl 57 in Glendale, Arizona, February 12th. Will the opening kickoff be a touchback? Yes, minus 176. No, plus 138. Any player to have a 60-plus yard reception, plus 300. Any player to return a punt or kickoff for a touchdown, plus 1,200. Will the Philadelphia Eagles rush for 4+ touchdowns? You can get that at plus 1,300. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith combining for 200+ receiving yards for the Eagles, plus 500. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a long-term contract to get access. Well, not anymore, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide with deals like our Silver Unlimited plan for just $45 a month and no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A13 5G for $149, all on a reliable 5G network. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Hey, listener. Welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it.
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I mean, my king, you're up early.
Awake, Merlin. I've had a dream that needs interpretation.
Sorry, he turned into an owl and flew the coop 4 days ago.
Good sorcerers, seers, and mystics are hard to come by anymore. And given the inevitable uncertainties of life, insuring against calamity is always the smarter play. From benefits and workers' comp to home, business, and group health insurance, Cole Hayes Insurance will secure your future. For a free quote, visit mycommercialinsurance.com.
Remember last year when you wanted to hear that NFL matchup, but you couldn't because you were at your nephew's birthday party and the Fanatic couldn't stream the NFL on their app? Didn't that suck?
Well, those days are over, pal. Now you can listen live to every primetime NFL game on the Fanatic app. Download the app now at the Google Play Store or the App Store or at 1580thefanatic.com.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. We got some ASU tickets to give away for Thursday night, 7 p.m. It's ASU versus Oregon State. We got 4 tickets and a parking pass, so you can take your crew out there and watch the game there. So I don't know. How do you guys want to do this? How should we give these tickets away?
Well,
'cause I don't have any ideas.
I had a great idea about
All right.
releasing balloons with the tickets in it, and then wherever the balloon comes down with the tickets to pass, they win.
Problem with that is, sometimes those balloons float around for a couple days, and today is Tuesday. They wouldn't get the tickets in time for the game. That'd be
good point.
wasted tickets.
Yeah, that's a good
Plus,
point.
these tickets are online, so you'd have to
Yeah.
have a balloon holding a laptop or something.
I see.
don't know how
Yeah.
that works.
We could put Radio Ron's laptop in the balloon and then
All right.
set that afloat. But you're right, though. That's not going to work because the
As
balloons
long as
float
it's
too
not
long.
mine, right? Yeah,
well,
I'm all
yeah,
for
yeah.
using Radio Rons. That's no
Mhm.
problem for me.
Mm.
All right. Well, Keon, you have any ideas?
No, actually, I'm
You-
very
you
bad at
generally
coming
don't.
up ideas.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
leave it to the professionals.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Who are
When
the
do they get in?
professionals?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant you guys.
Who?
Was that naive?
Oh, he said
Yeah.
a funny thing and we laughed. I don't know. Maybe we'll do. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the text thing. It's a lot of work for me. I think we're going to do a phone call because that's a lot of work for Keon.
Be listening for your cue to call in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I don't know. And then I'll just randomly pick out what caller number it's going to be at the time that it happens.
Yeah, whatever you're
So-
feeling like at that point.
Yeah, whatever I'm feeling. This one good. All right, Randy. Congratulations to you for handling the news of Sean Payton going to the Broncos so well.
Yes,
Very adult-like, very calm, collected, and cool.
I'm prepared. Go ahead.
I don't know about this one. I don't know if we're going to survive without a Randy rant on this one. Here's the headline. NASCAR bans drivers from replicating the Ross Chastain Martinsville wall ride move. The one you said, yes, this is good for the sport. It was amazing to see something that's been done in video games, and the guy actually goes out and does it, and balls to the wall, as they say, and hooray. And I remember how happy you were when this happened, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
you bunch of pansies out there with your, safety and worry." Now this is a great thing for the sport. You were thrilled.
Yeah.
Now they have said, "Nay, you are not allowed to do that."
Well, I mean, it's just it's the neutering of what used to be a great sport. I mean, they've taken the edge off of this sport, and you can no longer have fun. It's no longer a sport where you can expect something crazy to happen, like the Chastain move along the wall, which, by the way, okay, it may be somewhat dangerous in that he might have come across the track had he lost control of the car, but he didn't, and it was exciting, and the fans loved it. But of course, NASCAR, they need to neuter the sport, just chop the old cojones right off the sport. So, no comment, please. Next question.
So I guess if you ever try to do that again, you'll be assessed a time penalty.
Well, I mean, okay. Oh boy, a time
won't help.
penalty. Yeah,
Well, you lose the race. If you do that, basically.
Used to be you get called to the trailer and you'd be assessed a good ass kicking and a monetary fine. Now we're going to go like Formula One, you'll be parked in the pits for 5 seconds. Oh,
All right, I'm
please.
gonna read to you the rule out of the NASCAR rule book right
Oh,
here.
goody.
Any violations deemed to compromise the safety of an event or otherwise pose a dangerous risk to the safety of the competitors, officials, spectators, or others are treated with the highest degree of seriousness. Safety violations will be handed out on a case-by-case basis. That's just the way I think the NASCAR rule book would read.
Yeah, no, they don't sound like that anymore. They sound.
If they
like
did, you wouldn't have this rule.
It was back in the day that used to sound like that. Nowadays, it sounds like a Yale or Harvard guy.
I think you might be right. I
Yeah.
withdraw that voice.
Yeah.
I withdraw that voice.
I mean, it just. I think it's just. That's kind of like saying, okay, you can no longer hurdle a defender if you're a ball carrier in the NFL. You can no longer hurdle a defender because you or the defender might get seriously injured if you were to time it wrong or do it wrong. And in this case, although I can see the car veering off the wall and it might end up into a car, these cars are like tanks nowadays. You know, they don't break apart like they used to.
But the people in the stands might
well,
be what they're thinking of.
I understand that, but this is automobile racing. There is a certain danger to this sport. That's what people used to be drawn there for. Automobile racing is inherently dangerous, and these guys just want to make it a bunch of cars going around in a circle, or nowadays on a street course. No passing, no scary tactics. Don't do anything scary, because we'll make a rule that says you can't do that again.
Next up, turn signals.
I'm just saying, it's a further neutering of the sport of NASCAR.
It just seems weird to add to a sport where you've got cars that are around a couple thousand pounds moving upwards of 200 miles an hour. Attempting to make that safe just seems very odd.
The thing about it is, at that track, the cars don't even get above 100 miles an hour. They're sub 100 miles an hour on that track that we're talking about. And he basically went into the turn. He went up high, used the wall, the safety barrier, to hold him there so he could get some speed. He floored it, trying to get positions to win the race, which is the object, by the way, not just letting somebody who's been out there for several years win the race because they've been out there, but you go and get it. And Ross Chastain went and tried to win the race, and I don't see a problem with it. So
let me just say, if they ban runners from hurdling other guys, I'm going to be very disappointed. Well, because sometimes you're like, wow, that was cool. And other times, let's just say, I don't want to be robbed of some of the most amazing nut shots in the history of sports when a helmet just goes right there into his Ginobili's as he does that thing.
But
hurling doesn't seem very bright.
It's an inherently dangerous move, is it not? I mean, you're opening yourself up as the ball carrier, and or if you were to mistime it and somehow land on the guy, God forbid, you might injure his neck or his back and everything. Oh, the NFL, no more. We can't do that. So, and they've already made the Pro Bowl a flag football game. I'm just waiting for the quarterbacks to wear flags for the NFL.
So, all right. So for the record, NASCAR rule aggravates Randy. Sean Payton is the new head coach of the Broncos. Not so much.
What are you going to do about Sean Payton being the coach in Denver? Nothing.
And it's possible the Cardinals didn't want to give up the first round pick, which fair.
They don't need a quarterback according to anybody. So
well, I don't know that that's true. We'll have to wait and see.
Let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Pinocchio says, been hearing Tom Brady to the Niners. Sounds like a Super Bowl front runner right there. What do you think? It's all just speculation. I think the quarterback situation for the Niners is a wealth of riches. I mean, they've got Trey Lance, who's pretty much ready to come back from his injury, which means he'll be fine in training camp and he'll start the season. Brock Purdy might be back in time for training camp, if not shortly after it. I'm pretty sure they're going to throw him right in as the backup quarterback, or he might get dealt in the free agency somehow. But I don't think that the 49ers are going to be looking at Tom Brady like, an answer. They're trying to cultivate their future. At least they shouldn't be. I don't know. I mean, it's always tempting to take Tom Brady to help your team, like the Colts. Hell yes. But a team that has a couple of good quarterbacks, it doesn't make sense, does it?
So I think what the thinking is are you setting yourself up to win 1 or 2 Super Bowls? Or are you setting yourself up to have a team that is in Super Bowl contention every year? That's the question, I think, in my mind, that needs to be answered. If you want to be in contention for many years to come, then you want to develop Trey Lance and or Brock Purdy to be your starting quarterback. You don't want to bring in Tom and have him come in and set you up for maybe a Super Bowl run for 1 year, maybe 2.
Pink Eye says, is there anyone on the coaching ranks there, that the Cardinals can look at? Whatever happened to Bob Stoops?
Not no, but hell no.
Nobody's interested in Bob Stoops.
No.
Florida Mustard says, exactly, Randy. Kyler Murray needs a man because, well, he's no, okay. I'm not going to read the rest of that. CK says, Broncos got a 2023 first round pick for Bradley Chubb. Now, read my previous text. Thank you in advance. Okay, listen, don't yell at me. If I haven't gotten to your first text, it's just things are happening. I'm not going to take this kind of abuse. Good afternoon, fellas. Jeffrey's ready to dance. Saturday Night Fever. Rest in peace, Colts. Certainly worth reading. Boogie says, Broncos acquired a first-round pick from the Dolphins in the trade that sent Bradley Chubb to Miami last season. That pick originally belonged to the San Francisco 49ers. They sent the pick to Miami in the trade that allowed them to pick Trey Lance in the 2021 draft. Thank you. Like I said, I only had the first 18. I probably would have figured it out if I went and print the rest. Straight Striper says, a pink Cadillac? You shouldn't drive something like that unless you sell for Mary Kay. Yeah, Bruce Springsteen. Let's see. King of Kittens says, do you guys have any info on the whole Bally Sports Sinclair filing for bankruptcy thing? How will that affect the Suns, the Coyotes, and the Diamondbacks? Could any or all of them end up over air on Arizona Family, Channel 3, Channel 5, or something?
Could be.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen with that. And remember, bankruptcy don't mean the end. Bankruptcy is just a reorganization. So very possibly just keep on cranking along. Nobody said they're going out of business. It's just reorganization. They may be cutting back, there's some funds and doing some stuff, but I don't think it means they're over. So I guess just, I don't know, keep your eye on it. Sheriff Tom says, I'll come by and pick up tickets to check them for validity. I'll let you know on Friday if they're valid. No, well, I appreciate that, Tom, but I think we're just going to do it the phone number way. Heavy Metal Maniac says Tom Brady's done. He looked like garbage against the Cowboys, but he looked good in other games too. It's not just Tom Brady that looked like garbage against the Cowboys. The Buccaneers looked like garbage against the Cowboys. Tom Brady just looked defeated. Like he's like, this is pointless. I mean, the look on his face, he's always trying, but as you're always trying and you start to see the futility, it gets to you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how hard you work and how hard you try. When you are in futility, it's going to affect you.
Agreed. To me, this season, I did not see the Tom Brady that I've seen in years past. He looked older to me. Some of those hits where he used to bounce back up, he got back up. He's Tom. He gets up. It wasn't a bounce. It was kind of a one hand on one knee, then you push up and you get the other hand on the other knee. It was. I saw that and I'm like, that guy. There's not much left in the tank.
If he was mic'd up, you'd hear him at that point going, "Oh boy," sound like me getting out of a chair, probably. Watermelon says Brady's going to need to go to a team that has money for about a 1-year contract. Tracy for a shot at the Super Bowl. I think he means pricey. He's getting older, and it would be a tough commitment for a lot of money and a long contract. Lost Toby says, send him to the Niners. Shanahan will find a way to break him in, and we can be done with Brady for good. The Jet says, I'm so tired of watching the Cardinals pee down their leg. They're going to end up with a crap coach, and they're probably going to use a first-round draft pick for a tight end or something we have plenty of, or maybe a receiver. And they're becoming like a joke of the NFL. After they started showing so much promise a few years ago, I'm so disappointed being a Cardinals fan.
I mean, come on now. Listen, Cardinal fans, don't leave me here. Don't leave me here. We've got to band together, Cardinal fans. Don't give up hope. We have a new GM in town. There is a new GM in town. Kyler Murray's laid up for 6 months. That means somebody else will be under center. Now, we have to land the right coach. And the GM will have something to say about landing the right coach. Believe. Don't give up hope. Steve Keim is gone. Cliff Dingleberry is gone. It's time for renewed hope and victory in the desert. Stay with me. Stay with me, Cardinal fans. Don't give up hope.
Okay.
You have to fire up the troops there. I mean, you can't say we're probably going to hire a bad head coach. You have no information on who the coach is going to be.
Don't even go back there, Cam.
I'm not a Colts fan. I'm sorry, I'm not a Cardinals fan, so somebody's going to have to tell me if that worked on them. Randy's rants are always epic. And, he's the kind of guy who gives a speech and you can run through a wall for him. But I've known him a lot of years. I'm not even sure if he believed that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm not even sure if you believe that.
I believe that there's a new horizon. It's a new beginning on a new day is dawning.
Waterfall.
A new day is dawning.
I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right. Mr. Wilbur says, why is Randy yelling? Do you think he's taking this a little too serious? No, he's taking it fan serious. I mean, what do you expect? The Jet says, Randy, when has this GM ever landed a coach? Well, he's never been a GM before, has he?
No, this is his first time as a general manager.
You got to give the guy an opportunity. Give him an opportunity. He hasn't. Okay, look, he hasn't been arrested for a DUI. He hasn't had a draft pick that has gone south on him. He hasn't done anything stupid. This is a clean slate. Give the guy a chance.
Yeah. The Jet says, I hate to talk sour about the Cardinals, but the GM really hasn't proven that. He hasn't done anything. Quite literally, the GMs don't do much except for drafting players. Either way, the good coaches are off the market, so he'll probably end up with a college coach stepping up or something.
So the Jet, let me ask you, would you appreciate a move by the Cardinals to bring in a Brian Flores? I mean, I think that would be right now the best pick we could do right now. He's got some head coaching experience. He had the Miami Dolphins heading in the right direction until all of the scandalous BS was taking place.
Is Brian Flores Randy's best hope for the future?
I think so right now.
I would say so, just because of the fact that he's got the track record, and I agree with what Randy was saying earlier.
That's why I hope the Colts get Brian Flores.
I think he's got the personality to coach Kyler. I really think that Kyler can be coached. I don't think it's impossible. I think that if you have a dumbass for a coach, Kyler can't respect that dude and won't. And he should, because you know what? That's still your boss. That's still somebody in the chain of command in front of you. You can be respectful and disagree. But regardless, I don't see a world where Brian Flores takes what Kyler was given to Cliff Kingsbury. And I think that he needs that. I think this team needs that.
Good Cat has entered the chat. What the hell? I just tuned in. I looked at the interwebs. How the hell did Bidwell let D'Amico Ryans and Sean Payton slip through his fingers? Damn it!
Oh boy.
Welcome to the show, Good Cat.
Oh boy.
More of your guys' text, and we'll actually start the show here soon. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barata. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears radio show, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. I am here today to make the statement that just because we're in a bear market does not mean that you have to be losing money. Just like Michael Burry and Warren Buffett, bear markets should be where real generational wealth is created. But most will follow the same broken strategy that lost them in the last bear market. We are inviting you to come to an intensive 3-day trading and investing class where we will show you the trading and investing strategies of the market wizards. This class is typically $299, but right now, for 66% off, you can join us in this class. Just call 8448-TRADER. That's 8448-872337 and tell the operator you want the $99 3-day class, or text $99 to 25029. That's $99 to 25029.
Horn penetrates, drives, lobs it down low to Washington, who slams it in.
Warren Washington with the plus. Sun Devil men's basketball returns to Desert Financial Arena to celebrate the program's alumni weekend. The action begins with Oregon State on Thursday, February 2nd, and continues with the Oregon Ducks on Saturday, February 4th. Get your tickets today by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball. Onward to victory.
1580 The Fanatic. And at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for sports.
Hey, the Glender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I don't know when we're going to give these tickets away. A lot of times we say that, and we end up doing it at the 5 o'clock hour. But you never know. I might end up doing that in the next hour. Yeah, I mean, I might pop into somebody else's show at some point and give them away. You never know with us how we're going to do things. I never know with us how we're going to do things. But all right, well, that's what we're going to do. Anyway, so be listening for that. 4 tickets and a parking pass. 888-368-1580. And yeah, Mr. Pringle says, so who's the early favorite to win the USFL? Okay, if you ask one more question about the USFL, I might block you. I might block you. Might have to just do it. Block.
Oh, boy.
We're not talking about the USFL.
That's the thing. Last week, I tried to tell the fourth dimension. I mean, Keon could back me up here. Right? First of all, I never spoke of you in past tense. Second of all, I tried to warn.
I will be missed.
I tried to warn the fourth dimension, not to talk about the XFL, USFL, the PGFL, the Canadian Football League, and none of that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And yet here they are.
Mm-hmm.
I tried, Jeffka.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. I've got your 6.
Okay, so let's be serious. Do we really need to watch and or talk about the USFL?
No.
Keon?
No.
Yeah. It's a football league that plays in Birmingham, one stadium. And
they're diversifying this year. They're going to play in 4 stadiums.
What? We must rethink everything. Done. Moving on.
Yeah.
Big George says, Randy, you made a nice speech there, but if the head coach turns out to be Vance Joseph, that's it.
Listen,
I'm pulling a Jeffrey, but like Jeffrey, I may say I'm quitting, but I really won't.
I know, Big George, but try to calm down. Try to calm down, Big George. Just wait. Wait and let it happen. Let's see. Let's try to trust this GM. Let's try to think that he's got some influence over Mr. Bidwell about getting a head coach in here that he can work, with. Who knows, Big George? Who knows, Cardinal fans? Cardinal Art, I know you're out there listening. Who knows what could happen? Remember before Belichick got in New England?
Wow,
remember the Patriots before Belichick?
I don't remember who the coach ever was before Belichick.
Pete Carroll was one of those head coaches.
Was he really?
Oh, yeah.
Man, he's old.
And
Holy
he got
crap,
his ass kicked in New England.
Oh, yeah, everybody did.
But now we think of the Patriots as the how many times Super Bowl champions? What kind of a dynasty did they have? Almost went completely undefeated in one season, lost to the Giants in this very stadium right over here at Glendale. Remember those days, Big George? Who's to say that can't happen to us? And when it happens, all of you Cardinal fans can remember the bastion of good light and good promises and good hope. Here I am.
Yep.
I will be here.
Cardinal Art says, I'm with Randy. Don't give up. Pour me a double shot of your finest whiskey there, please.
Absolutely.
First and 15 says, you get some good betting edges on the USFL there. I can't wait for the season start. Okay, well, it's fine. You know what? For betting purposes, if you're trying to find some ways of making some money, God bless you, but sit quietly in the corner and don't bother the rest of us with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the USFL.
You know what I call the USFL season? Racing season.
Well, we are your home for NASCAR, so we will have plenty of races. In fact, we have the Clash this weekend. They wanted us to air something from Westwood One called the Pro Bowl games. They're not even they're not doing play-by-play, but they're interviewing people. And I was like, well, we'll just play that at night. we're gonna stick with the Clash.
So not even the game. Like just
No.
the dodgeball and the.
They say we might mention what's going on the field while we're doing stuff every now and then, but it's not play by play. There's nothing there to see. We're not doing that. So,
so perfect
enjoy.
for radio.
Yeah, enjoy the desperation of Westwood One to make money when there's no game. But yeah, 1st and 15. Good luck on the betting. Let us know how that goes. The Jet says, I said 3 weeks ago that Brian Flores would be our next head coach. I'm good with that, but I'm guessing the Cardinals will find a way to pierce that. Okay, that's not what he meant. Pee that down their leg as well. He's the last good coach available. Anyone else doesn't have experience or doesn't have the respect needed to coach. So wait and see now, Randy. So wait and see.
It is wait and see.
I don't know. I mean, he has the most experience, but I don't know that anybody else doesn't have the respect. I mean, I know they interviewed Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator for the Lions. I like him. I think he's also somebody who would garner that kind of respect. So it's not Brian Flores or bust is my point.
Yeah, I know. You want a success, bang, boom, done. Okay. You don't want to, maybe he'll be good. Maybe he won't be. I mean, that what you want, you may not get. I'm just saying you'd rather have a guy that you can hit the ground running with, not, okay, I guess it's a learning curve for all of us. Tiger Paws says, if I didn't bail when we had Wilkins and Rosen, certainly wouldn't bail now, Randy.
Well, good, Tiger Paws. I'm glad to see that you're still aboard the ship, the good ship, Cardinal boat, because we're going to be sailing into fresh waters, calm waters. Right now, we're in a safe harbor. But soon we'll be setting out, and it will be a good voyage, I have a feeling.
I'm not going to make any jokes about broken engines or taking water on.
You shouldn't because because Jeffrey, this is new. This is all new. We've been through the Steve Keim experiment. We've been through the Cliff Dingleberry experience. It's now time for something new and fresh.
Okay. Well, here's hoping, man. I do wish well. Heavy Metal Maniac says, good for Michael Bidwell taking his time because he said he wanted to get the right coach. He was throwing his looks far and wide, and you just hope that he gets the right guy in there.
Yeah, I agree.
Do we care what the Sunspots say? I'm not going to read a Sunspot text. Now that I've identified them, I don't need to read them.
No, Suns win again last night.
Yeah, that's what the Sunspot guy said. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
DeAndre with yet another double-double.
Yeah. People are stepping up. Things are starting to gel back to normal. We hope. Fingers crossed. Lost Toby says, no USFL. Well, lingerie league it is. We would more likely do shows on lingerie league than we would ever on the USFL. And I'm not going to do shows on lingerie league because my wife probably wouldn't care for that. You know, and I don't think anyone else would either.
Can you imagine the call on that? Well, she got tackled by the thong. I mean, what do you do?
I think that happens more than you would even realize. I would bet that's a common occurrence.
Yeah.
You know,
it wouldn't even be worth mentioning at that point.
The snaps came undone on that one, Bill.
I saw it on the Twitter there. There was somebody had a video clip of a lingerie bowl fight, and it was pretty epic looking, you know. And I also have a feeling if you should see their faces up close, you know what I'm saying?
Whoops, that uplifting bra really let her down on that play, Bob.
That's what all the men are hoping for. Something slips out.
Yeah,
That's what they're hoping for. Something slips out, gets pulled down. That's what people are hoping for. And no, I'm just, go to Hooters.
Damn, that gives booty shorts a new meaning, doesn't it, Scott?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not going to watch that. It's Patrick says, no Cardinals talk or USFL as well, please. And thank you. Well, Patrick, of course, we're going to talk Cardinals. 1st and 15, thank you. Last Optimist says, hey, Randy, I could use a glass of your liquid optimism, please.
Here you go. And I'll chase it with a liquid encouragement.
CK says, oh, that's cute. Randy, dreaming's free. How many more days till the Rattlers again? I think
right,
like
CK.
45.
That's okay, CK. You go ahead and believe what you want to believe.
Cardinal Art is saying, word is Jeff George for the Colts head coaching job. The word has never been that. There's been zero reports of that.
Wow.
Nice try. King Kitten says, the Pro Bowl game skill showdown begins Thursday afternoon on ESPN. Yay.
It's kind of, you know what, this skills thing with the Eli and Peyton Manning.
Keep in mind, they've been doing the skills contest for a lot of years.
Yeah,
they showed footage of Peyton doing it back in 2000. So that's not a new thing, but now it seems like it's the focus.
You know what this new Pro Bowl format reminds me of? It reminds me of the Westminster Dog Agility Challenge now. They put them through all the different, skill tests and weaving in and out of the poles and, jumping into the lake to grab the toy in the air and stuff like that.
I think all the All-Star games do that.
You know what I mean?
There's a skills challenge that's similar to that in the NBA, and there's one in the NHL too.
I mean, what's happening to the All-Star games of these great sports?
Well, listen, I'm glad that the Pro Bowl is gone. That was garbage. And, I wish they would, now they've realized the mindsets and how things work, and nobody wants to get hurt and this and that. If it's a sport where that's the thing, just stop it. I actually think what they're doing with the Pro Bowl is good. I don't know that we need to listen to it or watch it, but I think it's a good thing for the sport rather than put up some garbage game where it's 195 to 183. But, would I watch a bunch of guys playing flag football because it's just kind of fun? Like, okay, maybe if I'm not doing anything else.
So maybe the flag football, but what about the dodgeball game?
It could be fun. I mean, if you got nothing else going on, it's not appointment television, but if you got nothing else going on, you're going to watch.
And
it'll have pretty good ratings.
And it's pretty fun because you can kind of hear the guys, they're like mic'd up a little bit. So they're talking crap to each other. It's just it's not a serious thing,
Right.
Explain to me how these guys cannot get hurt playing dodgeball.
Oh, they can, but you're less likely to get hurt playing dodgeball than real football, as we see every week when they play real football.
Why don't we just name them all pros and recognize them for what they've done and not parade them out there in the dog and pony show? Why don't we just do that?
Because they want it to just be a party, and they want something for fans to come to and celebrate. And
let them have a banquet.
I mean, okay, but
they want their dog and pony show. They want the dog and pony show.
I mean, it's just fun. Like when you're a little kid, you see your favorite players playing dodgeball. That's fun.
Yeah.
If you're like 9,
I'm sorry to be the old man on the show, but nah.
Well, you can't help that. 888-368-1580. Tiger Paws says, yesterday was sure a bad day for people pushing up daisies. Bobby Hull died. But we know that. We talked about it. We did mention it.
And a bunch of others.
Yeah. We're not going down that road again, Tiger Paws.
Let's not.
Go back and listen to the podcast. You'll probably hear quite a few good jokes. Last Optimist says, isn't the Combine the NFL's attempt to pander to the fans, similar to the lingerie league? They've even had wardrobe malfunctions there.
No, the Combine has a purpose. The all pro game, no, there's no purpose to it. It's just that's a legitimate dog and pony show.
Yeah. The Combine is a point of interest because you're shopping.
Right.
It's like going down the Amazon deals. You're scrolling, but instead you're watching TV and watching guys run a 40, and seeing how tall are they, how big are those hands, I'm just saying.
And now guys are skirting the system. Kyler Murray.
Personal foul, holding on the tight end. And I mean holding the tight end. All right, everybody. Lingerie ball, Mr. Wilbur. Okay. Here, Bob says they're never going to get rid of Pro Bowl weekend because you know why? Money. Yeah, no, absolutely right. But now at least it's I think a safer alternative. You get to still honor those guys and they do some fun stuff. I got no problem with the way they're doing it. I just don't think we need to air it. I don't think
that I agree.
If you feel like watching it, that's what it is. It's like, you got nothing else going on.
It's like nice background noise.
I got news for you. In 2 weeks, we're going to go through some serious withdrawals. When the NFL is gone. So enjoy it while you can. Big George says, I've been singing the Laverne and Shirley theme song in my head all day and all night after what happened with Cindy Williams.
No.
I hate to be in that giant cranium. I mean, for a lot of reasons.
And
a
there's
lot of reasons.
A lot of reverb in there too.
It's huge. All right, we're going to take this moment to identify the fact we have finished 1 hour, and then we will contemplate the starting of the next hour. Yeah, we'll do it. It's the Daily Blender.
Hey y'all, this is your girl Cheryl Underwood, and I want to tell you something. My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish, but those days are over. Now I feel great. That's because I increased my fiber intake with the Metamucil 2-week challenge, and I'm still hooked. I just took Metamucil every day for 14 days, and it's really that easy. Metamucil traps and removes the waste that weighs you down, so you feel lighter and more energetic. Now I never want to go back to that heavy feeling. Are you ready for the Metamucil 2-week challenge? For a coupon and daily support, sign up at metamucil.com today.
Horn penetrates, drives, lobs it down low to Washington, who slams it in. Warren Washington with the flush. Sun Devil men's basketball returns to Desert Financial Arena to celebrate the program's alumni weekend. The action begins with Oregon State on Thursday, February 2nd, and continues with the Oregon Ducks on Saturday, February 4th. Get your tickets today by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball, onward to victory.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
The Big Lombardi Trophy. The live radio broadcast of the NFL playoffs at Super Bowl 57 on the Fanatic is presented by Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, American Furniture Warehouse, Harmon Solar, IQ Wealth Management, Hemingway e-bike. Don't miss a moment of the action and excitement of the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 57. Live from Glendale on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, your exclusive home for the NFL.
The Renaissance Festival is back! Huzzah! Weekends, February 4th through April 2nd. Great shopping, a giant crafts market. Your favorite shows.
Be ready to have a great time and don't be afraid to participate.
Huzzah! Just night.
Huzzah!
Silly fun for the entire family.
Happiness reigns at the Renaissance Festival. Huzzah!
Lots of new shows. Non-stop feasting. Leave your cares behind. It's fun and affordable.
You will adore the Renaissance Festival.
The Renaissance Festival is back. Huzzah!
Weekends, February 4th through April 2nd. Discount tickets available at Dashes and Food City or online at
Arizona.breakfastinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines,
Dashes, Food City,
Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
You can always save on Renaissance Festival admission with discount tickets at Dashes and Food City stores statewide. Huzzah!
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale on National Hot Chocolate Day.
What?
You like the hot chocolate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I don't know anybody who doesn't like hot chocolate. Everybody likes hot chocolate.
Yeah, yeah.
You get some hot chocolate, you chuck some Baileys in there, and then now you're talking. You know, that right there is some good stuff, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I remember going out and looking at Christmas lights with a bunch of hot chocolate and Baileys. I was not driving, but I still, that was the best way to sit in a car full of people watching Christmas lights. It's great fun. Anyway, so yeah, National Hot Chocolate Day. And everybody knows the story of chocolate, right? Ancient Mayans would drink the chocolate made from crushed cocoa seeds, yada, yada, yada. We all know that, right?
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And well, only they put chili peppers in theirs. So that was probably very interesting. And then that was like 500 BC. So chocolate was around before Jesus. And which makes sense because you can't have like chocolate for Christmas. I'm just saying, you had to.
Have you guys had the chocolate with the crushed peppers in there?
I'm going to try it now. I got some chocolate downstairs, and I know my wife's got some chili peppers. So,
well, you should try it. If it's all the same to you, you should try it. It's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It will fool your brain. You'll take a drink.
Contrasting flavors, right?
You're expecting it to burn, and it really
Right.
doesn't burn. It's very sweet.
I feel like we're being tricked into something.
I'm not
Randy
trying to.
said it would be sweet.
No, I'm telling you. Somebody back me up with the fourth dimension. If you have that original, that chocolate mix with the hot peppers in there, it's very sweet.
So I got some Hershey's chocolate syrup. So you're saying if I get some of that,
I don't know if you can do that. I am not saying
Chololo in there or
not,
some Tapatio.
No, I'm not saying that. No,
I don't know what you're saying.
If you try the powdered chocolate that's been crushed and with the
cocoa
red
powder,
the
Right.
powder with the chili peppers,
you put some,
seeds
give it
in
away,
there.
give it away, give it away now.
Give it away
Put those
now.
together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You try some of that. It doesn't sting the tongue. It's not hot. It's very sweet.
I am intrigued, and we'll see if I can get that put together. In the 1500s, that's when Cortez he carried some of them cocoa beans over there to Europe, and because he's like, "Oh, I like this hot chocolate stuff."
Cortez, yeah.
And then 1876, that's when Swiss chocolatier Daniel Peter he says, "Oh, here's my first recipe of milk chocolate." So that's when milk chocolate was invented. Because remember, the original chocolate was a little bit bitter. It was really bitter.
So you say that the original milk chocolate comes from a guy with the last name. What was that again?
Peter.
Peter. Okay.
And then almost 100 years later, that's when Swiss Miss came out with the chocolate powder we all use. It was designed to work with water, not like from your Peter,
right,
where he had milk. I'm going to say this right now: the best hot chocolate is the stuff with milk in it.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Watery hot chocolate, all right, that's fine, but milk hot chocolate,
yes,
smoother, creamier, much better.
I agree.
I
agree.
Let's all salute our Peter, Daniel Peter, for milk chocolate. I don't know why Swiss Miss wants you to make it with water. I think you can still make it with milk. I don't think
you can.
rules.
Yeah, I never do use the water. I always use the milk anyway.
Pink Eye says, "I won't drink hot chocolate with tap water. I don't want to get no damn lead poisoning."
Huh?
I don't think there's any lead in the water. Is there? Is that a new thing? Is there a story going out that there's lead in the water now?
You just never know.
Let's see here. Oh, look, another sunspot. Hooray. They keep coming.
DeAndre
Anyway,
Ayton with a double last night. DeAndre Ayton.
All right. Well, that's probably why the Sunspots are all firing up right now with Nickel Bridges scoring 29, DeAndre Ayton and his double take there. And, this is all right. It's fun. 114-106 was not an easily won game against the Raptors. The lead changed hands 16 different times or so. And neither team led by more than 10 points at any point, but it was a tough game. It was a good game, but it was just nice to see. Suns got a W. It's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's all that matters.
Yeah.
So when is everybody supposed to be back and healthy?
Soon,
I don't want to be
think.
greedy or nothing,
Soon.
but
No, I think it's soon. Devin Booker is making progress. I don't know about you, Keon, but I heard the next couple of games or so he should be back.
Yeah, I know that they want to start getting him to the rehab pretty soon, so it shouldn't be too much longer.
all right. No rush. Want them back good. Want them back right. But we need to win some more games. We need a whole lot of new W's.
I think the last report was he's going to be reevaluated next week.
One of the reasons I want the W's, I just want to put some space between the Suns and the Lakers. That to me is very important because we enjoy talking an awful lot of crap about the Lakers on this radio program.
Mm-hmm.
And it really doesn't have the same punch when they start to do better than the Suns, And we've had fun watching LeBron melt down. We've had fun with all those different things. And then you get to see that he is only 120 points away from beating Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's career points record.
Yeah.
120 points. He can do that in 3 or 4 games, right?
He's hurt right now. So
he's not playing. I think he's playing.
No, he's hurt right now.
He just got
30
injured.
points a game.
It just happened like the other day.
Well, he's going to be out at least one game, maybe a couple more.
He's currently dealing with an ailing ankle.
Well, I mean, there's no rush for a guy to get his career points record, but I mean, listen, every bad team has a guy on there getting 30, 40, 50 points. So I don't care what LeBron James does. And no, he'll never be the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. The GOAT don't act like what we saw LeBron James do the other day. The GOAT don't. I'm going to get started on this. I mean, we all agree that LeBron is not the GOAT. You got Michael Jordan, you got Kobe Bryant, and that's where it is.
Well, I mean, when it comes to the Lakers, Anthony Davis came back. I don't know if we want to talk about this right now, but Anthony Davis came back. He was in for 2 games, and now he's got a night off again.
Is it load management, or is he hurt again?
Well, they're saying it. I'm sorry, Keon. Go ahead.
No, I think it is going to be some load management, but it's because he's always hurt. I mean, you're afraid of getting him hurt, so you try and figure out, okay, we've got to figure out how to space out the minutes.
The thing I saw was he had foot pain.
So Steph Curry mentioned, he's like, hey, this whole load management thing, he says, never the player who's saying, hey, I want to sit down. I don't want to play. The players always want to play is what he says. And I believe that. But if you're in a situation where strategically you are doing load management and you're trying to make sure that people don't get too tired, don't get too hurt, because you're thinking about, okay, we got to get where we need to be in the best position to do well in the playoffs, right? So that's what load management's about, trying to take some of the miles off the car, if you will. If that is the case, if it is widely understood, if it is widely accepted, if it is something that they are actually strategically doing, shorten the damn season. The Players Association and the NBA need to get together and shorten the damn season. Because if this is what it's become, this isn't working. It's not working. It's not the best ball you're going to watch.
I think in the case of LeBron James, there is a reason that he might be delaying a bit. I think he wants to break the record at home.
LeBron is playing tonight.
What I saw on the Twitter was they expect him to play, but maybe he won't. Depends on warmups.
Okay.
Before they make the final decision. I mean, they're expecting him to play, but I think with LeBron, I think he wants to break the record at home.
That's what Fighting Wampa is saying.
At crypto.com. And tonight they're in New York. So I would imagine
tonight.
Well,
he's 120 points off.
No, he's not going to break it tonight, but I think they're trying to figure out based upon his average when he'll break it. And they're saying that it might be on, is it February 15th when they play the Pelicans at crypto.com?
I don't know. Pistolpedia is saying February 7th.
Oh, well, okay. They're at home against the Bucks.
Can I just say, break the damn record.
I'm sorry, 7th. They're at home against the Thunder.
You break the record. What? It's actually sweeter if you do it on somebody else's court.
Well, so they're in New York City right now. He doesn't want to break the record there. They go to Indiana next, and they go to New Orleans, and then they come home on February 7th. They're on a 5-game road trip.
I don't know. There's no guarantee that any of that stuff's going to happen. I assume that LeBron is just in load management because he's damn near 40. That's how I always assume. He's 38 years old. He's going to be 39 before the season's over.
In load management, I've got a load in my shorts.
And he did not go to college. He played straight out of high school, and he's been playing since he was 17, 18 years old. Yeah. Your body's not going to be the same. He would have been doing that if he had gone to college. He'd still be at the same point he is now. I mean, yeah, but playing NBA level basketball for that long is different than playing at the college level.
I mean, I respect what you're saying, Keon, but to be honest, LeBron has the flair for the dramatic. He doesn't want to break this record on the road.
Sure, I just don't know.
Break the record.
Yeah,
Kathy Lefty has fact checked Keon. He says A, he just turned 38. B, it's the Garden. He always plays the Garden.
I didn't say he wasn't playing.
Randy said that.
Okay, yeah. So
I stand
corrected on the age. Then
they're expecting him to play. They will know more after warmups, is what I read today.
Good Cat says, can asterisks be added to LaCry Baby's points record for crying and flopping like a toddler all the damn time? I'm happy to put an asterisk on it. I got no problem with that. Let's see. Choro says, hey, how about them Chiefs? Okay, well, I don't know where you were yesterday, but yeah, how about them Chiefs? That was a hell of a game. And Patrick Mahomes, man card accreditation all day long for playing the way he did injured. I mean, that was spectacular. Heavy Metal Maniac says, is it possible the Suns are saying players are hurt when they're not, not really hurt? They just want to give them rest, even though the long and grinding season area, so they're ready to play the playoffs and not be worn out and tired. It is a very, very humongous possibility. A lot of teams will be doing that sort of thing.
I disagree.
Faking injuries left and right.
You don't have to. This is the reason we're complaining about load management is you can just deactivate a guy and no explanation is required. Why pretend when you can just say,
I'll tell you why you pretend, because you're pissing off your fans. I paid how much money for these season tickets, and now the guy I paid to come see play is not going to be on the floor. You're mad if he's just sitting there. You're okay. Like, well, I get it. He's hurt. But you see what I'm saying?
Devin
I
Booker's
think that is why you want to
16
misdirect.
games. You would never let a guy not play that good for 15, 16 games.
Booker is legit hurt.
Yeah.
But there's the other guys, older guys in the league. Someone like LeBron, who you might say, he's got a bum ankle, so people don't get mad that I got out of work for this.
I don't know, because like when you get to a certain point, okay, the joints you have, the swelling does not go down the way that it used to. And you're running like a couple miles over the course of a basketball game. You're just not going to be fresh every single night. The older guys are doing this because they are old. That is why.
Tell you. But back to the original question, is somebody pretending somebody's hurt?
I disagree.
To do load management, I don't know who it is, but I bet you money it's happening.
With the Suns, I don't think so.
And I'll say this, because the Thunder were blatantly, openly tanking last year. They shut down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is their best player, and they gave no reason. Just straight up, F you to everybody. We want the draft pick. So you don't have to. You just don't have to.
That fandom watched that and said, oh, okay, I know what's happening. Other fandoms who are paying money to come see LeBron or coming to see Giannis or coming to see Luka or coming to see, I'm just naming off names. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know who's not doing it, but I guarantee you somebody is doing it, and they're covering it saying there's an actual injury when there's not. So you don't aggravate the fan base. That's my conspiracy theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. There's just no evidence of it, and you don't have to. So I don't know why you would if you didn't have to.
Because you don't want to aggravate the ticket holders. If your
you do it anyway.
Wasn't playing, if your favorite player wasn't playing, and you find out now we're doing load management, so he's not going to play, you're like, this is why am I paying for this ticket? I wanted to come see my player play, and he's just sitting there resting for a future game. I can't get that night off. I got this night off. You're going to be unhappy.
I agree, and we talked about this, while you were gone. The price of the average NBA ticket for a family of 4 is $400 if you account parking and food. So I understand what you're saying, but they do it anyway, and it does already piss off fans. So why not fake all of them? Like, why stop?
Now you're talking.
Some load management, some faking. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
That's the spirit.
They don't care, so they just load manage.
See, I can't believe the Lakers would be load managing at this point.
Oh no, I think they do get legit hurt all the damn time.
They are out of playoff contention as we sit here tonight, right now.
They're 13th in the West.
Yeah.
They're out of playoff contention, and for the Lakers to be out of playoff contention again, and I don't think LeBron wants them to be out of playoff contention again, because that would go against him. That would go against his legacy, right?
Guess what? He wants a full head of hair, and that ain't happening either. So you get what you get. You get what you get.
Yeah, but I do think that it doesn't help you to miss the playoffs, and he even said it that he doesn't want to get the record and miss the playoffs. He hates the way that feels. He hates the way that looks. He would rather not do it that way. He's just old, and Anthony Davis's feet are never going to work properly ever again. Like, that's just the fact.
I think maybe LeBron plays tonight because it is the Garden and it is the Knicks. They get their ass kicked because the Knicks are playing good basketball right now. Lakers are not. But I think LeBron needs this game tonight to put up his average and or more. Anthony Davis probably sits out because he's just glass. He's made of glass.
Yeah.
He's made of glass.
Mr. Pringle says, what is dropping loads management? Oh, no, that's what the Ravens do with Lamar Jackson. He's got dropping loads management.
You saw that coming, right?
Billy Ray from Avondale says, it's not good to have load management when you're not even good enough to be in the playoffs yet. Mr. Pink Eye says, I don't know, maybe LeBron wants to break the record on a win. Well, that doesn't happen very often.
Good luck
you can't
there.
plan that either.
Yeah, but if February 7th, if that's what they're playing the Thunder. The Thunder are another bad team in the NBA right now.
Solidly disagree. The Thunder are ahead of the Lakers, and they are they still obviously have room to grow. But all the young guys they've been tanking for, with the exception of Chet Holmgren, they got all those dudes. And Josh Giddey is starting to look really good, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is starting to look really good. That's not a guaranteed victory for the Lakers either.
Is he related to Mike Holmgren?
No,
no relation.
Not a whole lot of Holmgrens out there.
Thunder a game under 500 right now.
It was a fair question because Holmgren,
which puts them 2 spots above LA.
Mm-hmm. 888-368-1580. Berg says, Keon just said it's okay to fake it. It is troubling.
I feel like in the context of my entire sentence, that's not what I said.
Big George says, I tell you what, Jeffrey, every time my wife makes scrambled eggs with avocado for breakfast, I have some serious issues with load management later.
Excuse me?
You got to get you some fiber. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I'm here at the Big Game headquarters, Total Wine and More, scoring huge savings on the perfect bourbon, local craft beer.
Forgetting something?
Oh, yeah. Cabernet, seltzers, and so many low prices.
Valentine's Day is right after.
Whoa, new game plan.
You got this. Total Wine can help you score the perfect bubbly, too.
Thank you. I would have been so.
You sure would have.
Now open in surprise at the intersection of Highway 303 and Waddell Road in Village of Prasada. Drink responsibly. B21.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or online, lundmortgage.com.
Get ready for an insurance blowout. Homeowners, auto, businesses, we're blowing them out at ridiculous prices.
Let's face it, it's next to impossible to make insurance exciting. That's okay. At Cole Hayes Insurance, we're not about the flash, but we can save you cash. Cole Hayes Insurance is an independent agency that shops all the insurance companies they represent to get you the best rate for your homeowner, auto, business, or commercial needs. Contact Cole Hayes today, online at mycommercialinsurance.com. That's mycommercialinsurance.com.
It's time once again for the Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. First prize is $1,580 from Harmon Solar. Second prize, a Zebra e-bike from Hemingway. And $500 third prize from Harmon Solar. Sign up today. Go to 1580thefanatic.com. The Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Today, the Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. CK says, Keon, are you used to people faking it? And he does those two eyeballs. I don't know what that means. What do the two eyeballs even mean?
It just means, it means a lot of things, but I think in this particular context, I think it means, I'm looking at you funny a little bit.
I don't even know how to make the eyeballs. How do you make the eyeballs?
I don't think you can with an actual face. That is emoji specific.
No, there's just two eyeballs sitting there. How do you make the two eyeballs? It's not a face. There's just two eyeballs. It's on the text line.
I think it means looking at you, Keon.
I don't know, but how do you type it to where it makes the eyeballs?
I don't know.
That's like one of those emoji things.
I don't know how to do emojis. So
Well,
I have to have,
I
it on
figured
the
out how
phone.
to do the.
It's in your keyboard around there somewhere.
I figured out how to do the thumbs up.
I don't see it on my keyboard right here.
On your phone keyboard.
Oh, all right. Well, CK he knows his stuff because he gave you eyeballs. So let's see. Cowboy Sparky says, I need to do some load management right about now.
Hey,
good on you. I hope you get there in time. Good Cat says, would anyone else sign a change.org politely requesting that the Crybaby is not talked about anymore on this here radio station?
Well, no.
Start it up, see what happens.
I mean, you can try, but it's just he is the greatest basketball player of his generation. And
so how many signatures would it take for us not to talk about LeBron James?
Oh, I don't know. Well, first off, I have a question. So you say that LeBron's not in the same generation as Kobe?
Ooh.
They overlapped, but no, I don't consider them in the same generation. No.
Well, that's fair. That's fine. That's fine. So we see Jordan's in his era, Kobe's in his, LeBron is in his.
Yeah. So
I don't have a whole lot of respect for LeBron's, to be honest. Everything was easier for LeBron than it was for Kobe or for Michael Jordan. And neither Kobe or Michael Jordan acted silly on the court the way, LeBron
I
does.
never remember Michael Jordan ever throwing himself on the floor
and having a tantrum.
Lots of ex-NBA players. What was that? But yeah, I understand that, but I'm just talking about from a basketball perspective. I'm not talking about his personality or his passive aggressiveness or any of the other things you don't like about LeBron that are legitimate to not like about LeBron.
I mean, Michael just went ahead and shaved his head.
I mean, not even that. Well, that's got nothing to do with
why
basketball.
wouldn't LeBron
It's weird, but I don't know if that's enough.
go
I
ahead
don't like it yet.
just take his hair off? I mean, that's what Michael did.
Yeah, but that's because Michael,
I mean, if you look back at early Michael
and Kobe did it too, but that's
he had hair.
They're not the same player. I don't care about.
Why wouldn't LeBron just take his hair off? That's what I want to know.
Because he didn't want to. Because he tried to fight time and lost badly, and that's okay. Some men do.
Is it
It's silly, but it's not enough to degotize him.
He's a brilliant basketball player, and so
degotize.
Talk about him.
I like that, Jeffco.
Well, I don't know why you're so cranky today, Keon. I don't know why you're so cranky.
I'm not cranky at all.
Situation, Keon. Why are you so cranky?
I don't know why you're so cranky. The Wizards have ended a losing streak that went 8,451 days against the San Antonio Spurs there. You guys had not beaten them since 1999 on the road. And finally, you put that behind you.
Wow.
I am a Wizards fan, and I used to live in San Antonio. Nobody is more aware than me, but thank you. Thank you for.
Well, why aren't you happy? Are you mad that it had been 8,451 days? You mad that existed and you don't want to be reminded of it?
Correct.
Or why don't you just be happy? It's over. You have a W there now.
I'm happy that they won, but I'm happy that they won in terms of what they're doing this season more so than that particularly sad stat about, and they didn't beat the Spurs when they were good ever. They beat other teams when they were good. They didn't beat the Spurs one single time when they were actually good.
127-106 last night. And you're not happy with that.
I'm happy with the win. I don't care about the losing streak though, and snapping that horrifying streak of days, not beating one single team. The win I will take. Yeah.
What sounds worse, 8,451 days or 24 years?
24 years.
They both sound incredible. There's no difference to me, to be honest with you.
Almost 61. 24 years sounds more.
They sound equally awful to me.
I mean, when you put days in there, Doesn't matter. But you start putting
8,000.
years to it.
Well, 20, was it 23 or 24? I think it's 24. I don't know. I don't do math.
Like
All
said.
I know is it's a long damn time.
Yeah.
Long damn time.
That's a long stretch
Correct.
right there.
And not at one point while that team was any good.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, Tim was there, Manu was there. Tim was there for 20 years. So they just never beat Tim
Poor guy.
Duncan.
I like how he's on first name basis with Tim Duncan.
Oh, Tim Duncan. Yeah.
What
I'm
other?
guessing,
We're talking
unless
about
there's
the
another Tim.
Spurs. What other Tim?
How'd you meet Tim Duncan?
I never met Tim Duncan.
Well,
Timothy
But
Johnson.
I call Manu because like what
Right.
other Manu would we be talking about? I call
Tim
Tony
Curry.
Tony because in
Right.
reference
Tim
to the
Curry.
Spurs,
Tim Hortons.
they're
Hortons.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they're the three. I'm
Timothy
talking.
Leary.
I said in
Yeah.
relation to the Spurs.
Yeah, a lot of Tims.
I did specify.
Have
in
you seen
relation
Monty
to the
Python,
Spurs.
the Holy Grail, the wizard that's out there? His name is
He-
Tim.
His name is Tim.
Yeah.
That is true.
So
but
how do we
he's-
know who you're talking about?
Because none of those guys are San Antonio
we didn't know you
Spurs.
were on, the first name
John
basis.
Cleese.
I don't have to be. I'm talking about the Spurs.
Well,
what
you're
other
acting
Tim could I be
kinda like
talking
you are.
about
I mean,
Well, not Tiny Tim.
in
Choro.
relation
He
to the Spurs?
yeah.
couldn't play. He could play
Mm.
quarterback for the Cardinals, but he couldn't
Tim-
play basketball.
Tim Conway. There's Tim
Oh,
Tim
yeah.
It's just-
Conway.
just none of
Yeah.
those guys have anything to
Another
do with
guy
the
who could
Spurs,
play
and we're
quarterback
talking
for
about the Spurs.
But he's dead now. So
I mean, and also not
Nice
a
guy.
Spur.
Tim.
More importantly,
Tim Conway's dead, right?
Yeah, he is dead.
I,
I was
okay,
gonna-
good because I didn't
yeah,
want
I
to
was going to
pronounce
ask
the guy.
Keon to call him since he knows all these Tims.
I don't know any of those.
I had
those
Tim
Tims.
Conway's number. If,
Well,
when
no
he was
kidding?
alive.
You,
Yeah.
you did, I guess.
Hmm.
But
He actually invited me to come to his house and watch old Carol Burnett. I'm not even
I
kidding.
would have.
Old Carol Burnett
I
Masters.
would have.
I had
jumped
him
at
on
that.
the show, and he was the sweetest, funniest, nicest guy. His son ran Samstown comedy back in my day,
Hmm.
so I was familiar there. But nicest guy. I think he'd probably do better than Tiny Tim Choro. I
Of
think he'd
all
probably
the
do- yeah.
people to watch Carol Burnett show with, besides Carol Burnett,
Yeah.
Tim
I would-
Conway.
I would want to hear him break it down.
Oh yeah.
How he did it, what he was thinking.
Well,
the
like
comedy techniques, all that stuff. because,
95% of that was ad lib.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Oh, sure, but that's also it. It could have also been. It looks like it's easy, but it's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
You know, there's work behind that. There's talent. There's genius. Tim
100%,
Conway
yeah.
was a comedic genius.
Oh yeah.
Anybody under the age of Keon here has no idea who we're talking about.
No idea.
Keon very likely has no idea who we're talking about.
Keon, you need to find a series of those Dorf on golf.
Oh no! Don't do that. Just watch old Carol Burnett shows.
Carol Burnett. Yeah, just look it on the YouTube. Carol Burnett show. Tim Conway.
You don't want to do that. Yeah.
You don't want to do Dorf on golf because that was hilarious.
Was it? See, I
Oh,
never
my
watched
God.
it, so I didn't.
Oh
know
my
if it was
God,
funny
it
or
was
not.
funny. Oh yeah, yeah. Very, very good.
Big George says I listen to Tim Conway's son, Tim Jr. Almost every night here in California on KFI. He has a pretty funny show. Last Optimist says LeBron could easily fit in with one of those medieval friars. Well,
He could, but he's like enormous. So
Boomer Sooner says, good day, Blender Nation. Well, crap. Was really hoping the Cardinals could have had Sean Payton. A little breezy and sunny in North Phoenix, by the way. Can I get a beer, please? All right, Boomer Sooner. There you go. I know you're cranky and everything, Keon.
I'm not. I'm all good.
You have a cat, right? You have a cat.
I do have a cat.
Pixel.
Randy and I are manly. We have dogs.
Yeah.
And your cat's name is Pixel? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good name for a cat. Anyway, so as you know, Super Bowl Sunday, less than 2 weeks out, and it's a good day for us. It's also, I guess, a good day for your pets. I guess they polled about 2,000 pet owners, and 83% claim their dog or cat has a favorite sport they like to watch.
No kidding. Okay.
My dog barks when he sees the football players, and as soon as they cut to the play-by-play guys, he always barks at those guys, like, "Get off the screen! I want to watch the game." And he loves the commercials during football because a lot of times they use dogs in those, and so once he sees a dog, he starts barking, and he likes the action on the field, and so it's fun for us. Turns out, fun for your dog. How do you do you ever notice Cecil eyeballing the TV watching the football?
Yeah, we watch some shows, and there'll be a dog that'll come up on the show, and sometimes I'll put on the Westminster Dog Show. Oh, he likes to watch
he
that.
loves the bitches.
He loves to watch that.
Yeah,
The way those dogs parade around there. Oh yeah, he likes that. He likes that a lot. Yeah, but I notice sometimes some of the shows we watch, they have the dogs on it. He'll jump up there on the TV and try to make friends.
So here are the top 5 sports that pets like: football, soccer, basketball, baseball, and then I guess golf for some reason. Probably because they see all that grass and they're like, oh, I could totally run around out there. That'd be great. Bowling was ranked last, followed by NASCAR. So they don't like NASCAR, but they do like football.
Cease likes the baseball. He likes the baseball. Yeah, because the ball, they're throwing the ball around. And when you talk ball with Cecil, he loves to play the ball.
Well, he hears the word ball. Anytime he hears the word ball on the screen, he's like, ball, ball, ball.
Yeah.
I guess dogs and cats like to watch cartoons too. Does your cat like the cartoons, Keon?
Yeah, cat likes the cartoons. Also likes the baseball.
Your cat likes the baseball?
Yeah.
Nature shows. That makes sense.
It's all the green grass, I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
Huge fan.
Nature shows. I put on a show about any kind of animals, and the dog's like, oh, I want to play with that. I want to play with that. And it eventually starts barking right there.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, Jay Jeffco, where does pickleball fit into that? I don't know. Ask me about a sport. I'd have no idea about that. It's Patrick says, he's a very funny man, and his son is on KFI radio at 6:40 a.m. Yeah. We just heard that from Big George, Patrick. And I guess take a listen if you get a chance. Average Joe says, you got to watch the Carol Burnett Elephant Story episode, Keon. Okay. I don't think Keon's going to. He's cranky.
I'm writing a note down right now.
Well, I mean, generally, when we ask Keon to watch something, I mean, how many movies have we asked him to watch?
2 or 3, and then he just never did, and we gave up on him.
Yeah.
Well, no, I watched Brian's song.
But you never told us.
Well, I got around to it eventually, so I just didn't think to bring it up. I mean,
did you cry?
I mean, a little
at the end.
I mean, yes.
Did you tear up?
I mean, how could you not?
Are you crying now?
You cry, baby. Cry, baby. Cry. You gonna cry? Gonna get a little tear?
I don't know. I feel like that's normal, given that movie in particular.
A little waterworks going there. A little cry, baby. Cry.
I mean, at the time, not at this exact moment in time.
Look at that, Randy. He's got a tear. He's tearing up right there. I can see it. I can see it in his eyes.
I know this.
Welling up right there.
This is.
Oh my God, he's crying. Everybody, he's weeping openly.
You know what? That's sweat. Don't even worry about it. Okay.
That's sweat. You want to see him cry?
Oh no!
Just oh my God. Yeah, that might actually make me cry right now. That
horns down. Oh my God, just make him mad.
Why did they do that on purpose?
So, all right. How about the Three Amigos? That was another movie you were supposed to watch.
Yeah, I have not seen that yet.
What was the other movie, Randy? I can't remember the other movie.
It was Three Amigos. It was Brian's song, and there was God, I can't think of it now. Can't think of it.
My best friend's wedding.
No, that wasn't it.
I don't remember what the third one was. Those are the 2 I remember.
Yeah, see how you wrote down Carol Burnett? Do you write down the movies? No.
You gotta watch the Carol Burnett. If you want to see real comedy, you gotta write down the Carol Burnett when Tim Conway's on there with Harvey Korman. Tim Conway and Harvey Korman. Oh my God, comedy genius.
Well, it's more Tim Conway and Harvey Korman trying not to break character, which he just never succeeded.
I think it was Tim's quest to break Harvey Korman. How'd you know Tim Conway by first name again, Keon?
I
didn't know you knew Tim Conway.
I don't.
Well, he calls everybody Tim. Tim Duncan.
Nope.
Tim
just
Conway.
just Tim, and in relation to just the Spurs. In the same way that if I'm talking about the Suns, and we mentioned Devin Booker, and we say Booker.
I always say Devin Booker. I never just go Devin. I would never do that.
Yeah.
Well,
unless
do,
I knew Devin,
because seems a little bit
why
improper.
Maybe a bit.
How's that
forward.
improper? He's an athlete.
Yeah. Average Joe says, Jefe, would you say Keon has a plethora of movies to watch?
I think I only have 2 movies to watch. But thank you.
Sure, he's got a plethora.
And I know the reference from you guys referencing it.
Superior intellect. Could it be you're just taking this out on me? Good Cat says, I was just literally watching clips of Carol Burnett on the YouTube today.
Oh, yeah.
One of the funniest shows ever.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's totally like old school 70s television, but the humor is timeless.
Priceless.
Yes. And edgy, too. There is some edginess to it, too. It was good stuff. Woo says, hi, guys. Keon, Tim Conway is the voice of Barnacle on SpongeBob SquarePants. Does that help? Barnacle Boy. Yeah.
Oh,
See, I don't think
that's
he
funny.
is anymore. Tim's no longer with us, right? I mean, is Tim?
Well, I don't think they're going to erase the tapes, Randy.
Tim's
I don't think they're
And-
making
and I'm-
SpongeBob anymore.
I'm not still currently watching SpongeBob, but when I did, that would have been. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that
Barnacle
helps.
Boy.
I wrote it down
Yeah,
because I
May-
do want
May
to watch
14th,
it already,
2019.
but it does. That's a little extra.
Mermaid Man is dead too. That was the guy from Airwolf. What was it? Ernest Borgnine played Mermaid Man.
Yeah,
That's
Merman.
who that was.
Merman.
That's funny.
Big George is waiting for Keon to watch Three Amigos and eat a ketchup hot dog to help Berg fight cancer. It's like waiting for the Diamondbacks to fire Torey Lovello. It's going to happen someday, but I don't know. It might take a few more years.
I mean, the thing with the ketchup hot dog is the more people keep saying you need to eat one, the more I don't want to because I'm stuck.
Well, I want you to know at this very position, I ate before we went on the air one day. I got a hot dog and I put ketchup on it and I ate it and I filmed myself and who am I? I am media not savvy and I was somehow able to videotape myself and send it to Berg via the Twitter. And I'm just saying, I'm not trying to run
I am physically capable of doing it. I just
trying to tell you.
I am a millennial who
A
doesn't
guy like
record
me
himself eating food,
was able
and
to
yet
do
I'm
that.
being
and
you
I'm
know.
so anti filming my food, I can't even tell you.
So there was a week where everybody was telling me to do it and that I had to do it, and then you tell me I have to do stuff. If you're not paying me to do it,
for a break,
But
I want to do it.
It was for cancer. It was for cancer research, brain
Listen,
cancer. The Berg it just politely and kindly just said,
Oh,
"Hey,
so
guys,
being
this
the Bergs,
Berg didn't even
being the
ask
Bergs
me.
bye week every week
didn't even
in
ask me. I
in
just
fantasy football wasn't enough for
Yeah.
cancer.
So-
I got to
so
eat a
you're
hot dog
saying-
on camera too.
is Berg heckling you for, by the way, who's out of the Premier League this time around? It's Keon. So
Of course.
Berg heckling you for being a bad fantasy football player
I was not a bad fantasy football player.
overshadows the need to help find a cure for cancer.
Oh, because if I eat a hot
petty-
dog,
petty
if I eat
man.
a hot dog, we'll solve everything.
It might.
You know what? If I eat the hot dog, we might end war too.
What if you eat the hot dog and the next thing you know, that's just a few more hits on the website, and a few more views, and people are like, by God, that's it. I'm donating. And that's the $100 or however much it is that it takes to push the research over the top.
Yep.
And we've won.
But I understand that if that's what people are thinking, that is not on me. You needed to see someone eat a hot dog to support cancer research. What is wrong with you, man?
It's okay. I mean, we've come to grips with the fact that Keon Rose is pro-cancer.
I am
We've
not
really
pro-cancer.
come to grips with that. I think everybody has.
not
And George, you're going to
pro-cancer.
have to let this go. You're just going to have to let
But
this
if you try to make me do something and you're not paying me to do it, I want to do it.
Wow.
He barely does stuff we do pay him for.
That's
it's
true.
the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
There's no doubt that Harmon Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for zero down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-786-9300. 800-786-9300. 800-786-9300.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a long-term contract to get access. Well, not anymore, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide with deals like our Silver Unlimited plan for just $45 a month and no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A13 5G for $149, all on a reliable 5G network. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
The Vince Lombardi Trophy. The live radio broadcast of the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 57 on the Fanatic is presented by Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, American Furniture Warehouse, Harmon Solar, IQ Wealth Management, Hemingway e-bike. Don't miss a moment of the action and excitement of the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 57. Live from Glendale on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, your exclusive home for the NFL.
Homeowners age 62 and older, now is time to act. This is Rob Kane, your retirement mortgage specialist and host of the Retire Right with Reverse Rob show on 1510 KFNN. Yes, listing prices are down, but home values still remain at very high levels. Don't wait to learn more about the new and improved home equity conversion mortgage. This is a safe and proven coordinated strategy in retirement, which will improve your monthly cash flow, lower your tax liabilities, and make your retirement portfolio last longer. Call me today, Reverse Rob at 602-REVERSE, or on the web at www.reverserob.com.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So, how many other teams need head coaches right now? Colts, Cardinals. Who else needs a coach right now?
Well, Texans announced theirs. Broncos announced theirs.
Yeah. So, who else needs a coach?
I think that's it.
Panthers got a coach.
I believe the Colts need a head coach.
Yeah,
still.
Colts, Cardinals.
That's
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. It's a competition between you and me, Randy, for the best possible head coach out there. So if it's not Brian Flores, who's the best possible coach after that? You know, is it taking a chance on because they talked to this Steichen guy and some other people? Who's my best hope if it's not Brian Flores?
Well, I mean, the what's his name? The offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, which I would hate to see him leave
Detroit.
Detroit.
He said he was staying. Didn't he say he was staying?
Well, I know Dan Quinn is staying in Dallas.
Well, no, I know that,
but I didn't know that the Lions OC was going to stay there.
No,
he was still
he's still on the market. You know,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, just a couple of days ago.
Is that his name?
Aaron Glenn.
Oh, Glenn. Yeah.
Yeah,
so who do I want, Keon? If it's not Brian Flores, who do I want? And if it's not Brian Flores for the Cardinals, who do they want?
Well, Steve Wilkes is still out there.
Yeah, he will not work with Kyler Murray. Might work. He'd probably work on the Colts. All right.
Well, I didn't say to come to Phoenix. I don't think he would come to coach the Cardinals after what they did to him.
I mean, it's going to be a lot of coordinators out there. I mean, you know, I know that obviously Steichen was a guy that the Colts looked at. Wink Martindale was somebody that they looked at. He is aggressively unhealthy. I understand, but you know, the guy understands defense and maybe he might have the chops to be a head coach. I don't know.
You know how there's a guy in the stands that always looks like Andy Reid. You know what I mean? That the doppelganger that looks like Aaron Rodgers. They have those guys, right? The guy who looks like Wink Martindale is going to die. There's no way. If you look like that, you're not going to make it through a season. It just makes me nervous. Is he okay? Outside of the fact he looks like death warmed over, do I want Wink Martindale?
I think that he is a good coach. I don't know if he is the guy that'll show up and overhaul your team or fix what's wrong with it. He hasn't really shown that, you know, and so I don't know if we want necessarily Wink Martindale. I know they've also looked at Rich Bisaccia. They really liked him. I know that they're also holding out potentially for Eric Bieniemy. They want to interview him. That hasn't happened because of the playoff run. And then you've got Raheem Morris as a guy that they brought in for a second interview.
There's
they liked him so much. So
there's Mike Kafka. the offensive coordinator for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
There's Aaron Glenn, DC for the Lions. Ajiro Evero.
Don't want to coach if I can't say his name.
Brian Callahan, Bengals offensive coordinator. And there's Lou Anamaro.
And he's the defensive coordinator.
Defensive. Yeah.
So who fits the Colts and who fits the Cardinals? First, Brian Flores. Does he fit the Colts or the Cardinals more?
I think he fits. I think it could go either way. On one hand, he's a good fit for the Cardinals because of Kyler. I just think,
or a bad fit if those two don't get along.
I mean, the Colts are still they're looking at. I'm sorry, Keon. Rich Bisaccia. They're looking at him.
Yeah, he already mentioned him. Yeah, and I like that guy. I just don't know if he's.
I don't know if he's a head coach either. Yeah, I mean, he as an interim head coach, that's a little bit different than
he
being
held
the
a
head
roster
coach.
together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was a tough season, and usually with a guy like that, when he wins at his organization, if he's going to be a head coach, you promote him from the interim coach to the head coach because he's already got the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
With this is going to be different. You're going to have to come in and win those guys over. You've shown you're capable of that, but it may not go the same way again.
If they had stuck with him, I think they'd have had a better season than with Josh McDaniels. I know you all think I just hate him because I do, the Josh McDaniels, but I'm just going to stand by that point. And I know nobody gives a damn. So, all right. So who should the Colts, who fits the Colts the best? Who fits the Cardinals the best?
I think with the Colts, I would probably go with someone like Steichen or Bieniemy, an offensive guy, because if you're going to come in and bring in a quarterback, a young quarterback, then it would be nice to have somebody. Yeah, you do. But I think that would be something where, you let that guy find a good DC to work with that defense, but be able to put the attention to the young quarterback, because we've seen it, in Cincinnati with Zach Taylor and what he was able to do, putting a scheme around Joe Burrow by understanding what his strengths and weaknesses are. I just think that something like that would be better for the Colts when you have a rookie coming in that you expect to play and perform right away. I think that going offensive in that particular alignment is probably better. For the Cardinals, I don't think the type of coach, defense or offense, necessarily matters. I think you have to have somebody.
You bite your damn tongue right now, Keon.
I just think the most important thing for them is a strong leader who can rein the quarterback in, make the quarterback fall underneath and fall in line. And that's the most important part. Offense or defense is not the important issue with the Cardinals. It really is, do we have something with Kyler? Can we get him to actually listen or not? And I think that you got to find someone who can do that.
Okay. So if Brian Flores is the bell of the ball right now. Okay?
Well, I mean, in my book, he is. Yeah.
Keon agreed, though. He said he's the best of what's left. Is that right, Keon? You agree with that?
I don't know.
A little bit, yeah, because of the experience. Though, again, Raheem Morris is somebody that does also have experience. He was, the head coach in Tampa Bay before Bruce Arians went in.
I do not remember him. That's how bad the Buccaneers were. I do not remember him.
I think they were like 7-9 or whatever. Or they were a 500 team, but he was younger then, and I think he's a second shot at it. I think he'd be more experienced. I would be interested in seeing what he could do.
He may run for the hills away from the Cardinals for fear of being saddled with Kyler Murray. He may run to the Colts knowing we're getting probably the first round pick off the Bears. We're getting a quarterback, and I can just create that in the image that I want it to be and not have to fight with this little guy, Kyler Murray, who may, nice to meet you. And then the inevitable happens down the line where you're not going to get along.
That's why I just a gut feeling. I don't know, haven't talked to anybody about this, but I just have a feeling that the Cardinals are going to go more in a defensive head coach direction because of that. There's somebody who thinks if I can build a great defense and we run the hell out of the ball, it really doesn't matter what the quarterback does as long as he doesn't sink us.
I think that's wonderful, but I still feel like the new GM that's coming in, Osenfort, I think he's going to have a big say in who the head coach is going to be.
Of course.
Because he's got to work together with this head coach to build a team. And he's got to have somebody on the sideline coaching this team, making this team work. And I think Ossenfort is going to have a lot of say in who comes in. And
do you really believe that they're going to let Kyler Murray have any input on this? And they're going to let him think he's got input, but are they really going to give him input?
I agree with you, Jeffrey. I think they're going to let him think he's got some input, and then they're going to go back and say, well, Kyler, we went with this guy. Give me your 3 top, guys, Kyler. And they're going to hope that it's one of the 3 guys that he mentions. Yeah.
And I guarantee you they've interviewed somebody he's mentioned.
Well, and I'm sure they have. Mike Kafka is still in play. Brian Callahan, Bengals offensive coordinator, still in play. Lou the Bengals defensive coordinator, still in play. We'll see. Brian Flores still in play. We'll see who they end up on with the Cardinals. But the Colts are in the same boat.
Yeah, and I like Brian Callahan too for the Cardinals because he does have a lot of experience as a quarterbacks coach.
Well, and Brian Callahan is also he's scheduled for a second interview with the Colts. So
Blissful Hayes says, will Kyler Murray have a small input into the head coaching hire?
Oh my God. I haven't heard any small jokes about
Nondescript says Kyler won't even play for most of next season. How can we reserve our pick at head coach based on the hypothetical relationship?
Because he's making $200 million. That's why
for the next 4 years.
He's going to be here for 4 years at least. That's why.
Pringle says, who's his new Cardinals GM? Hassenpfeffer? No, it's Awesome Fart.
Ossenfort.
That's what I said.
No.
It's Patrick says, most coaches and players shy away from the Cardinals organization, I think.
No, I don't think they do.
Big George says, how about Shane Steichen? Feel like he's a good candidate for the Cardinals too.
Well, he might be a great candidate, but he's not on the list. He is not. He's on the list for the Colts. He's already completed his interview process with them, and he's not on the list that I can see here, according to CBS Sports and NFL.com. He's not on the list for the Cardinals.
Against the Spread, who I guess doesn't have any good betting tips lately, says, if you eat hot dogs, make sure you go with the all beef hot dogs. Because if you don't, you're eating horse parts left over from racetrack casualties. No amount of ketchup or mustard is going to mask the taste of Mr. Ed's whole. I can't read that.
I mean, do we have to go there?
I love hot dogs. I don't care what you say. I will always eat a hot dog.
I do. I like the hot dogs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Quiet Cannon says, Jeffrey, I hope that was a slip of the tongue about ketchup and hot dogs in the same sentence. Hot dogs were made for relish, onions, mustard, hot peppers, and baby sauerkraut.
No onions.
Was there supposed to be a comma where you said hot peppers, baby, sauerkraut? Or is there something called baby sauerkraut? Or are you putting babies on your hot dog?
I don't think there's
without any commas.
No, Jeffrey, don't
periods, punctuation.
No, Jeffrey, no.
I believe Quiet Cannon's eating babies.
I'm not gonna let you go there.
He went there. I didn't go there.
You went there. Don't
Quiet
do
Cannon's eating babies.
Jeffrey, no.
He's eating babies.
No.
You gotta wonder how it tastes. I'm just saying. I've always said you can't knock it till you try it. Now I'm kind of curious. So you better hope he's saying baby sauerkraut or something. And if it's anything else, Quiet Cannon, don't call me baby. Dropping the Soap says, I saw it on the internet, so it must be true. Wonder what? Oh, here it is. He says, I heard that Kyler Murray wants Danny DeVito as head coach.
Yeah.
Somebody he can actually be taller than.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because he's short. Sense. Yeah, he's short. He's,
You started to get, you used to be on board with that. Now you're starting to go the other way. I see at first Randy was anti short jokes about Kyler Murray. And then as things got bad and worse, he kind of sat back. But now something is changing. It's the hope of a new coach.
Yes.
The hope of this new GM.
Yes,
and now he's ready to stand up and say, no, Kyler Murray is a misunderstood little kid. Don't you say bad things about him.
Not a little kid. He's not a little kid. He's a grown-ass man.
He's not
Keon.
No, Kyler's a grown man.
No, he has a penis and a driver's license, but he's no kind of man beyond that.
Doesn't matter.
not the way he acts on that field.
No,
You can be an immature man. It is possible.
no,
Clearly.
Leon,
Man.
no, you're not helping.
It is possible.
The little
You
guy
guys, are not
needs-
even. No, I'm not even. No, no.
offended Randy. All right, Randy. All right, I don't want the blood pressure going up too high. As we come back, let's talk some Super Bowl stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
When you can't stop, there's Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub sends powerful medicated Vicks vapors right to the source of your, so you can experience cough relief and breathe easier. Generations of families have trusted Vicks VapoRub to help relieve the worst cold symptoms. So next time you have a cough, reach for the Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub. Cough relieving is believing.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-786-9300. 800-786-9300. 800-786-9300.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
What in? The People's Open is back. See the PGA Tour's best. Tee it up at the 2023 WM Phoenix Open presented by Taylor Morrison. February 6th through the 12th at TPC Scottsdale. Get full tournament information at WMPhoenixOpen.com.
That's WMPhoenix.com.
The Renaissance Festival is back! Huzzah!
Weekends, February 4th through April 2nd.
It's awesome.
Love it. It's great for the family. All our kids love it. That's why we come here every year.
Good times can be had by all.
It's the best time we have every year. It's a great time for everyone. Join us at the Renaissance Festival! Huzzah!
Come and have a turkey leg.
The Renaissance Festival is back! Huzzah!
Weekends, February 4th through April 2nd. Discount tickets available at Bashers and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashers, Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
You come out here and you really have a good time. My kids love it.
There's lots of shops to go to. Hair braiding, face painting. Oh, and I really like the meat sticks, the turkey. Whoa, huzzah!
There's so much going on. Make sure you come out early and stay all day.
You can always save on Renaissance Festival admission with discount tickets at Bashers and Food City stores statewide. Huzzah!
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And it's 5 o'clock now, and I meant to give away the tickets in the last hour. I didn't mean to wait until this hour. It's completely got sidetracked. Big George has a conspiracy theory now. He says Randy appears to have done a complete 180 from just last week. He was cool with the Kyler Murray short jokes. He was criticizing him too. Now, all of a sudden, he's defending Kyler Murray again. I think Randy got a call from Michael Bidwell and
No.
the Cardinals front office telling
No.
him support the team or else.
No.
Dude,
no.
we don't work at the station down the dial
Yeah.
where they get paid to say nice things about
Mhm.
the Cardinals.
That's right.
We're independent
Yeah.
of that. And we're not journalists, but we have more integrity than anyone down there because
damn
we
right,
talk
Big George.
honestly and openly
Yeah.
about the Arizona Cardinals.
You should know this,
So-
Big George.
So it wouldn't be Bidwell and the Cardinals front office calling him saying, support the team or else. I think Bidwell has offered Randy White the head coaching position of the
No.
Arizona Cardinals.
No.
But
No
Randy's
truth.
smart enough not to take it.
No truth in that whatsoever. And if it was offered to me, I would take it in a damn heartbeat. I would make you offensive coordinator, and I'd make Keon defensive coordinator.
I'm not gonna. I can't write up plays for short quarterbacks.
You don't
I'm
need
sorry.
to. You
No,
make
I
them
would.
up on the damn sideline on the
Yeah.
fly. That's
Is
what
that what I
keeps
do?
the other. Yeah, that's
You
what
start
keeps
shouting?
the other. You bring out a dry erase board. All right,
Mhm.
guys, this is what we're gonna do. You see what I'm saying?
And you'd hear Kyler out there because I'd write up the plays. Tippy toes, tippy toes.
Maybe I'll swap that. I'll give Keon the offensive coordinator.
We'll work something out.
Yeah.
Quiet Cannon says the new Cardinals head coach will be working with somebody besides Kyler Murray for several games in 23. I wonder if the Cardinals will stay with Colt McCoy or bring in somebody new until Kyler gets back. So yeah, that's a good question. Will they bring in a veteran, somebody else other than Colt McCoy, or are they like, no, he's good enough. Let's just roll with Colt McCoy.
I think they would be happy to continue with him, but I have a feeling, and this is just a feeling. I have a feeling Colt McCoy is going to call it a career.
Whoa.
And good God, what was that?
nobody,
there-
nobody heard that on air.
Is there an alien?
I had a
Somewhere?
gurgle.
What do you mean nobody heard that on air? It was like
I had no control over the gurgle. Dude, that just went.
Yeah, it did.
Tell the truth if you heard that on air. Text in. I'm curious.
I don't even know where it was now.
What were you even
I'm afraid
saying?
of being eaten alive.
Some creature is about to come out of me. But so you know what we should do right now before we get too deep into everything's. Let's do this. Caller number 7, 888-368-1580 for the ASU tickets. It's 4 tickets and a parking pass to watch Arizona State University take on Oregon State Thursday night, 7 p.m. 4 tickets and a parking pass. You need to be caller number 7, 888-368-1580. Now, Randy, I don't think anybody heard the gurgle. Big George says, I didn't hear the gurgle, but it could be those aliens. You know, truth is out there. Waldo says, cue the dancing alien from Spaceballs.
See?
I don't remember the dancing alien from Spaceballs. What was the dancing alien? I don't remember that part.
I need
Is that
to
a part
watch
of
it again.
Spaceballs?
I need to watch it again.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have not seen it in quite a few years.
I don't know if Miss Kim has seen Spaceballs, but we need to watch that. Her and I.
I
Together.
remember Barf. I remember May the Schwartz be with you.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember all those things. I don't
How many
remember
great-
the dancing.
How many great actors were in there?
Many.
We
Rick
had
Moranis.
Rick Moranis. You had
uh,
Billy
Bill-
Crystal.
Bill Pullman. No, Crystal wasn't in that. Oh yes.
Yeah,
no,
he
he
was.
wasn't. No,
Maynard
he wasn't.
Schwartz. Yeah,
No,
he
that
was.
was Mel Brooks, man. Billy Crystal was in The Princess Bride.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waldo says, yeah, at the end of the movie At the Diner, the alien jumping out of the chest. Oh,
Yeah.
the dancing.
Yeah,
Hello,
he
my
was
baby.
dancing.
Hello, my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing a little tap dance in the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got me, Waldo. You got me.
He
That's
did
good.
the WB dance.
Oh, that's right. That was so good.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says he heard the gurgle. It's Patrick says, lulz. Very true, Jeffrey. I don't know what that was about. Okay.
LLS.
Dropping the soap says, I think it was Danny DeVito that called Randy. Did Danny DeVito call you, Randy?
Well, no.
I love his Jersey Mike subs commercials.
Yeah,
Those are good.
Danny DeVito is busy doing sub commercials. He doesn't
He's
have
a
time to
national
talk to the-
treasure.
he doesn't have time to talk to the little people like me.
Danny DeVito, well, he is the little people, so he
No,
has plenty
no,
of time. But no,
no.
Danny DeVito's a damn national treasure.
He is. He is. You're right. Him and Gardner Minshew, they're on the same damn rank.
Against the spread says Jim Caldwell would be the best bet for the Arizona Cardinals.
No, and he's going to be on another team this year.
He says, by the way, I
Browns.
will give out gambling advice for college basketball in the near term. I'm sitting on the sidelines with cash right now after taking some football profits. Listen up, folks. You will have to take breaks every now and then as a gambler, or you're going to just end up wasting your profits. Don't bet just because there's a game on, people. That's how you lose. You know, hunt with a rifle, not a shotgun.
Yeah, I never bet unless I have a good a sense of a game. If I have some inside information and if I have a good sense of a game, like I haven't bet any of the playoff games, Jeffco. I haven't bet any of them.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Those were, even though one of them's a blowout, those were tough. Those were close to calls and stuff. That's where you don't bet outcomes. You bet spreads. You bet other things.
You would have made all kinds of profit because your betting prowess this season has been excellent.
Yeah, picks wise, if I'd have picked every single game, I would have made a pretty nice profit.
Well, there you go. All you got to do is you put a dollar or a couple of dollars on your picks when you make your picks.
But the minute I do that, it'll be over.
You can't think about that, man. You got to just make your picks, drop a couple of bucks on the pick.
I just kind of like getting them right. I'm okay with not making money on it.
Well,
I do all right.
Listen, I'm trying to help you out.
Keon has a winner of the ASU tickets for ASU versus Oregon State Thursday at 7 p.m. Who's the winner?
It is Gilbert.
Gilbert. The entire city of Gilbert?
Not the entire city of Gilbert.
It's only
just
four tickets, man.
Just a guy named Gilbert.
Oh, a guy named Gilbert.
Yeah.
Does he ever text in or nothing? Does he have a text or nickname? You ask these people?
I do actually, and no text or nickname.
Yeah, Gilbert's a cool name. Well, okay, Gilbert, congratulations and enjoy the game. And let us know how it goes. We always enjoy hearing how much fun people have at those games. So Here's the thing we forget. It's not just people who text in that listen. There's people who are sitting next to somebody at work who have to listen and they have no choice. There's people that are maybe in a dentist chair who have to listen, who have no choice.
I do that all the time. Yeah.
There's people in prison who have no choice.
Oh, yeah. Prison. That's a big place for us.
Right. People trapped under heavy objects who have no choice.
Or
there's
underground.
A large audience of people who just have no choice.
The lady in the Life Alert commercial that fell.
She has no choice.
She has no choice.
Yeah. She has no choice. And I bet when they finally come to help her, the dudes are listening to it. She has no choice.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people who listen who have no choice. Jag Dog, this is probably not true, but it's a fair question. Says Keon, Jimmy G is rumored to sign with the Commandos. Would you rather have Jimmy G or Carson Wentz lead you to the next Super Bowl?
Carson
Wentz. Carson's not coming back. He's done.
He's retiring, right?
No.
God, I hope so.
He's done in Washington. I have no idea if he's retiring. But
USFL, XFL.
But he had a 2-year deal when they traded for him, and it was a team option between years 1 and 2, which was the only thing I liked about that deal.
Well, that must mean he's going to Dallas.
He's gonna have 2 quarterbacks that throw lots of interceptions. Why would you do that?
Wentz.
You want your backup to be a lot like your quarterback.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So no, Carson's done, and Jimmy G. Oh boy, I'm not a Jimmy G fan. I think that they've got a quarterback, Sam Howell. They drafted him in the draft last year. See what you've got in Howell. Try and build something around him. He was a very talented young quarterback, and he didn't look too bad in that final game of the season against a Cowboys team that was actually trying, and they kicked their ass. So I say go out there with Howell and see what's going on.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Seems kind of hopeless for the Commanders, doesn't it?
No.
Not really.
Let me check their draft order here. You mean
hopeless? What do you mean?
It's middle of the draft.
What do you mean hopeless?
I don't see them there. You're under 18. I mean, over 18.
There
they are, 16. You got 16.
If they're getting rid of Carson Wentz and they have Sam Howell the third,
they're in no position to get a quarterback. No.
And I wouldn't.
You can't say that. Now wait a minute. Now
I said it with my mouth out loud.
Now
in English.
Where did Brock Purdy come from?
Yeah, but see, that's a unicorn. You
Well,
can't even
now, where
pretend
did-
like that
okay,
was on
all right,
purpose
all right.
by the San Francisco 49ers.
So
I mean, clearly it
I
was on
give you-
purpose.
I give
'cause
you
if you didn't
Tom-
draft him there, he's
I
a
give-
free
I
agent. And
that
then
was an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and you know it.
No, come on.
they worked him out multiple times in the
Yeah.
pre-draft process.
They worked him out.
They liked him.
They liked him. They worked him out, and they liked him.
Because
that's what he means.
if you don't let a guy,
that's what they meant.
if you don't draft the
Pretty sure
guy
that's not
and he's a
what
free
it meant.
agent, he can just
Pretty
go
sure it is.
anywhere. They specifically did draft him, but
Yeah, they drafted him because they worked him out and they liked him.
Very nice.
Yeah,
but no,
that's
at
what Dark
16,
Helmet
so
was saying.
innocent.
What?
Washington needs an offensive lineman. They need a tackle, and they should
Hmm.
draft one there, or a corner. I'll settle for a corner too.
Corn cob. What?
I like corn cob.
Yeah, I like
That's good
corn.
stuff.
Corn on the cob.
So
like
Radio
that.
Ron sends me an email today and he says, hey, take a look at this. And so I did. And it was from bookies.com. And it talked about the costs to attend this year's Super Bowl.
Okay.
So if you're like from out of town, let's say you're a Chiefs fan or an Eagles fan, and you're not one of us who live here and had really no hope of watching their team go to the Super Bowl, here's what it would cost you. For two people, the tickets alone, $14,080 for two tickets.
Okay.
That's the cheapest tickets, by the way. And then if you had to fly here for two people, probably cost you between $1,400 and $2,700.
What?
Coming from Philly or from Kansas
Are
City.
you kidding me?
Yeah. Hotel, because remember, first thing I thought when I saw this is no way that's true. But then I thought, well, all the rates have gone up because it's the Super Bowl, and if you want to be within range of it, $1,776 for 2 nights in a hotel.
2 nights?
That's what I said.
Oh my God.
There's no way I'd spend that. There's no. I mean, I would go further away and spend less money and then drive into the damn thing.
Hey, Miss Kim, pack up. We're gonna
Yeah.
rent the house out for the Super Bowl.
Randy, you're right there by the
Yeah.
stadium,
Oh yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The compound.
Parking,
Yeah.
taxi and Uber, they said 100. I'd say that'd be more than that. Hot dogs, if you get two, $25. A 16-ounce beer for each person, $35. So the total cost, if you're flying in, they say it's $18,000 some odd dollars to go to the damn Super Bowl.
Wow.
But if you're not flying, you just take a couple $1,000 off of that. So two people going to the quarter to the Super Bowl in the garbage seats, by the way, cheap
Yeah.
seats. The cheap, you probably all the way up.
Nosebleeds. Yeah.
If they open the roof, you're gonna have to duck so the thing can go past you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how high up you're gonna be with these tickets.
Mm.
That's a lot of damn money. Or click, I can watch it on TV
You're damn right. We
for
can.
free.
Yep. Which is what yours truly is going to be doing.
It
Randy.
doesn't even seem worth it anymore.
And Keon and I collectively going to save about $60,000.
Mm. We're going to throw a damn good party with 60 grand.
Well, I'm not going to save the money just to
We're
spend
just
it.
going to take all of our money and
If
pull
we
it
were going to
together.
spend it, we'd go to the damn
You know,
Super Bowl, Randy.
Keon just moved to a new apartment. He's saving all kinds of change. So between the three of us now, we're going to throw a damn party.
No, you're really kind of messing
I
up
think
the math here.
maybe what we need to do
Mhm.
is come up with some sort of a reason to throw a party.
Hmm.
Now
Well,
let's
my
see. Your,
team's not there. Your team's not there.
Your birthday is in October.
So it's too late for that.
Keon, you're in what? What's your birthday?
March.
It's coming up.
Maybe.
It's coming up.
Mine's in February.
Yeah, yours is
That's
closer to the
closer.
Super Bowl
I
than
say we
anybody's.
pool all that money together.
Yeah.
We throw a big birthday party for me.
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
I'm not saying no,
Mm.
but I'm saying by the end of the show, you'll have forgotten and I'll get away with it. 888-368-1580. Baker's Cocky Hen says, no one keeps three quarterbacks in the NFL. The 49ers love Party. They are not getting rid of him. I think he means loves Purdy.
No,
And
I think it's like they said, loves to party.
I think they need
San Francisco loves to party.
they need 5 quarterbacks. They need 5 because Shanahan's killing quarterbacks. That's all I know. And I think every team should have 3 quarterbacks. Every team should have 3 quarterbacks. Oh, wow. we really did need that one dude on special teams who just stands there and waves at people. I mean, come on, man. Everybody should have 3 quarterbacks. Everybody.
I agree.
Because you never know what's going to happen.
I agree.
The thing is, that guy on special teams is also a backup for another position. Like
well, make him the backup quarterback.
Did you guys hear what they were saying during the 49ers Eagles game? They were outfitting Christian McCaffrey's helmet so he could be the backup quarterback.
Yeah, because he would just take a direct snap and run the damn thing if they had to. I mean, what else are you going to do if you run out of quarterbacks?
He did have a touchdown pass this season. It was a trick play, but still.
Yeah, and he was not likely to have another one. That was just about telling them which play they're going to run, not like he was ever going to throw the ball. And maybe they'd try it, but I mean, they knew the game was lost. At that moment, the moment Brock Purdy went, ow. And by the way, Dan Carter, accreditation to him, he was like, he didn't go, ow. He was just like, yeah, I'm screwed. And he went over and he looked the coach in the eyes and I'm sure apologized, said, I can't, I'm hurt. I'm so sorry, coach.
Absolutely.
Like a man. You don't send somebody else, you go up to him yourself. So all the respect in the world for Brock Purdy. And I'm sure he's just crushed. I am sure that is a kid who needs a hug. You know what I mean? That to get that far and then get hurt. I'm just saying he's hurting right now.
We're sending Keon to give him a hug.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
Yeah.
I'm not a hugger so much. And Randy's out on the west side. Keon, you're closest. So you go hug Brock Purdy.
I'll see what I can do.
You're a hugger, aren't you?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, this is good solid hug.
He doesn't want to say it, but I think what he means is women.
Well, since you put it out
the Pinisher says, even as an Eagles fan, I'll be watching from the comfort of my own home. No line for the bathroom, plenty of adult beverages at much less the price. Although word is that the beer makers have raised the price of beer even more for this year's Super Bowl party. I will tell you about that and the things that aren't as expensive this year when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Yeah.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
College basketball, the Houston Cougars are still the favorite to win the 2023 men's championship. It will be played at Houston's Energy Stadium this year. The Cougars at plus 650. Number 1, Purdue is plus 900 to claim the title. Tennessee ranks second in the latest AP poll, plus 900 as well. Kansas, the defending national champs, plus 1,000. Alabama, who are ranked fourth, also plus 1,000. And the Arizona Wildcats, plus 1,200. South Carolina, the betting favorite to win the women's basketball championship. The Lady Gamecocks at plus 110. Stanford plus 430. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey, listener. Welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it.
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If you are an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits, the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a long-term contract to get access. Well, not anymore, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide with deals like our Silver Unlimited plan for just $45 a month and no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A13 5G for $149, all on a reliable 5G network. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Remember last year when you wanted to hear that NFL matchup, but you couldn't because you were at your nephew's birthday party and the Fanatic couldn't stream the NFL on their app? Didn't that suck?
Well, those days are over, pal. Now you can listen live to every primetime NFL game on the Fanatic app. Download the app now at the Google Play Store or the App Store or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today the Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and yeah, Shag Dog, so are all of us. He says Keon is a mother hugger. Everybody should hug their mother. Of course he's a mother hugger. I'm a mother hugger. Everybody should be a mother hugger.
My mom's dead.
Except for Randy. He should not be, well, I mean, you could hug other mothers. Just not.
All you have to do is hug your mother once to be
a mother hugger.
My mom's dead, though.
You hugged your mother when she was alive, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you're a mother hugger.
I hugged my mother-in-law.
That counts. That counts.
Yeah,
there ain't nothing wrong with being a mother hugger.
All right, then I'm in. I'm in the club, guys. Yeah.
So, by the way, I couldn't help myself, and because I think radio is better social media than actual social media. I just couldn't help myself. You remember La Furia Roja?
Yes.
Remember that guy?
Yes.
Well, he tweets this out, and it's a thing says, orgasm can lower a woman's risk of heart disease, stroke, breast cancer, and depression. And he says, I'm here to help. And I couldn't help myself. I replied, they said orgasm, not disappointment.
Oh,
no.
Damn.
Oh,
damn.
I wish I could get paid to sit on Twitter and wait. Just sniper.
If anyone should be paid to do that, it's probably you.
Thank you.
Orgasm, not disappointment. Damn.
Yep. Let's see here. Let's get caught up on the text line. Against the Spread says the Philly fans will be able to come up with the money for tickets after they arrive in the Valley. People, lock your doors. Don't leave anything valuable in your car. Look for your stolen property at the pawn shop. And if someone approaches you for directions, run away fast. We're about to be initiated by some serious crime waves here. That's a good point. These Philly fans, and you've heard about that restaurant owner who's warned his staff. Ladies and gentlemen, the first team for the Super Bowl has been decided. The Philadelphia Eagles, and their fans. They're going to be in town to represent their city. With that being said, if any of you are from Philly, please don't take this the wrong way. But Philly fans are some of the most obnoxious, rude fans in the planet, in the country. Blue collar, hardworking people, but they're very passionate and love their sports teams, and they'll be here to bask in the moment. As hospitality professionals, we need to make sure to show them a great time, make sure we prepare ourselves for their brashness. They'll probably be challenging, but we're going to try to show them a great time.
See,
no lies detected.
Why? Who released that?
Yeah,
what bastard employee is like, I'm going to put this on social media?
Why do we do that? Why do we predetermine how people are going to act?
Oh,
Dude,
Eagles fans.
Philadelphia.
I
there's
know
a
it's
there's a
Philadelphia. Come on,
Bob
track
Mayo
record
is
there.
right.
I have Daniel Kirsch.
Yeah. He's kind of a different kind of. He spent
I
a
have
lot of
a-
time here in the Valley.
I
I
have
think
another-
he spent more time in the Valley than in Philadelphia.
I have another friend. His first name is Basil. I won't say his last name, but a
Faulty?
great. No.
No.
Basil.
I'd like to meet Basil Faulty.
No.
Of Baker Street.
He was not Basil Faulty.
Is Faulty Towers on Baker Street? I never saw the street sign for Faulty Towers.
I
Sorry, what
don't
were you
know.
saying, Randy?
Could be.
What about Basil?
My
Philly?
friend Basil is from Philly. He has the Philly accent, and he is a genuinely nice human being.
Rare.
Look, I
Ask
know.
him. He'll tell you. Rare.
I don't know about
I,
that.
I think it's rare-ish. And also, even when Philly fans are nice, they're mean. I was watching okay, so I was at a bar one time. I was watching a game.
So Daniel
and
and Basil have never been mean to me. So go ahead. All right. Sorry.
So the Washington was playing Philadelphia, and it was some nonsense at the end of the game. Washington ends up winning the game, and then I look over and there's this Eagles fan glaring at me from across the bar. Turns out the guy bought me a shot, and then gave me the bird, and then said "good game" and walked out of the.
He gave you the bird, but he bought you a shot.
Correct.
Showed you respect by walking out. He
And
did not cause any more
I
problems.
also have a friend named Ryan who, when Washington beats Philadelphia, if I don't insult him, he's insulted.
If you don't insult it.
Yes.
That all sounds kind of endearing if you're asking me.
It is endearing, but it's
I'm
endearing
Irish,
in a
though.
way that's, if you're not used to it, it's jarring. I have gotten used to it. I like those guys.
Except
Obviously,
for the
they're my
guy
friend,
that
but-
ate the horse poo.
which
I-
means
I cannot-
which
I
was great
cannot
because he
find
probably
anything
doesn't
wrong.
remember.
Okay.
Oh my God! Speaking of crazy, you see the
Oh,
Philly guy standing on top of the bus stop showing off his micro penis to everybody.
Oh boy!
I was scrolling on Twitter, and I'm gonna block whoever put that up because I don't
don't
need to
know
see somebody's
why.
micro penis.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what am I? It's one of those things you scroll, you're like, what the hell am I looking at? Like, oh God, it's a dude standing there like this, showing his little micro, and I'm not even. It's like a
Must
child's.
have been
penis.
cold outside.
I mean, it is Philadelphia in
It's
January.
never been that cold.
That cold.
That was the saddest thing. He sobers up. He's gonna have to. They'll have to leave the country. It
Remember
was the
George-
saddest thing.
Remember George from the Seinfeld show? It was cold.
Was it below zero? Because I don't think it was.
It's
That
pretty cold.
it was damn near an inning.
It was in the
That's
20s, I think.
Teeniest little thing.
It was in the 20s.
Bruno Baller says if the Eagles win, we won't have to worry about horse manure getting eaten on the streets of Phoenix with all the Philly fans. Or I guess they'll clean it up. I guess
We won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I guess what he was trying to say, I messed it up. He's saying we won't have to worry about horse manure being on the streets of Phoenix because the Philly fans will all eat it.
Good night.
Can somebody remind me why he ate the poop because he had just
he
why?
had I don't remember 100% what it was, but it was something to do with celebrating the Super Bowl championship. If the Eagles win the championship, I will eat horse poo. And so
grab that clip so we can play it back for Andy.
No.
He just made it sound like if they
No.
he'll eat the horse poop.
No. No.
Mr. Pink Eye says, all right, so you guys put your $60,000 together that you're
Yeah.
going to spend on the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Make that the prize money for next year's Pick'em contest.
No, we're gonna have a blowout at Randy's
Yeah.
birthday party. That's what we're gonna do.
I like to keep my buddy. Thanks.
Dropping the soap says with inflation at an all-time high, I wonder if the politicians are going to be able to afford hookers at the Super Bowl this year.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's there's going to be some sacrifices. There's no doubt about that. Dropping the soap, there will be some sacrifices.
There's gonna be sacrifices.
Yeah, no, not like human sacrifices.
Oh,
Like
no.
instead of a hooker every night, they're probably going to have like one every other night. You got to
Oh, I
cut
see.
back somewhere. Quiet Cannon says, just a suggestion, take that money you guys are talking about, fly into Philadelphia, do the tailgate party at their stadium, go to the game. That's going to be pretty exciting. And you're with like-minded crazy fans. That'll be a wild ride.
You mean
So
at
he's
the
talking
link?
about if you're a Philly fan, instead of go here, go back to Philadelphia. It's a cheaper flight going back, sit in the stadium with a bunch of their fans watching it on the big screen if you're a Philly fan. And that's like sad.
That's an open stadium, man.
freezing your giblets off just to be like, I'm with like-minded people.
But you're still
Bob's
watching
dead.
the game on
Bob's
TV.
dead.
You could have gotten a few of those fans, gone to someone's house, and then watched the game inside like a normal person.
Although it'd be fun to watch the news later with all the frozen Philly fans.
Yeah.
It was the damnedest thing. No one would go home. We told him the heat wouldn't be on. Big George says, have you seen Bradley Cooper in Silver Linings Playbook? He's a crazy Philadelphia Eagles fan in the movie and also in real life.
Yes.
Cautionary tale for all the Phoenicians. Philly fans are the worst.
I wouldn't say they're the worst.
I mean,
but
again,
they're just mean. That's all.
Maybe there is a section of them.
Yes.
That are angry, mean Philadelphia fans. But I don't believe that.
Okay. All
right.
CK says Keandre Ayton. Keandre Ayton is too soft to deal with the Philadelphians. Against the Spread says, have you ever been to Philadelphia, Randy? It's eye-opening experience. The females there look like they had their face spray painted with pink paint from auto body shops, and they wear shower rings for earrings.
I have not been there. I have not had the privilege of being there.
Lost Toby says, I got $50 and a case of Modelo and a bottle of Angel's Envy to chip in to Randy White's birthday party.
Hey, I like that. Thank you. I love the Angel's Envy.
I wasn't sure where that was going, Lost Toby. I thought you were going to be soliciting something illicit, if you know what I mean.
Angel's Envy goes well with a Oliva Master Blend. It's a nice cigar.
Oh, yeah. Haven't had a cigar in a while. We got to do that. All right. So beer is going to cost more this year for the Super Bowl. But the good news is, even though the beer prices are up, there are some foods that will be less than last year. Okay. Right. Chicken wings. They're saying wings. The price of a pound of chicken wings is down 22% from last year.
How can that be?
More supply.
Well, eggs are at an all-time high.
See, that's kind of an interesting thing. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Because when the eggs are like $10 a carton, you're thinking, well, Jesus, that means that if you have an egg and you make it into a chicken, that's going to cost more.
Right.
There's no rhyme or reason to this because the chickens and the chicken wings are down. Last year, it was $3.38 per pound for the Super Bowl. And now this year it's going to be $2.65 a pound. So that's good. Get some chicken wings.
All right.
Also, if you're grilling, sirloin steak prices, they've dropped $1 a pound since last year. Bacon, also cheaper than last year. So shrimp. But they're saying that some of these prices are down by like 17%. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, go crazy on the guacamole if you know how to make it yourself, because avocados, there's a bunch of them out there. So they're cheaper than ever. They're down 20% from last year. I guess there's a supply glut of these things. My wife brought like a giant, enormous bunch of them. We're just eating avocado all the time.
Wow.
I'm eating some Cheerios. She's like, you want some avocado on that? I'm like, no, pretty sure I know.
Yeah.
I might eat some after, but not in it. Or maybe I should try that though. I always say.
I will say this. We were at the Costco, Miss Kim and I. We were at the Costco this weekend. I got a brisket for it was around $5 a pound. And Friday I'll during the show I will have a brisket on the smoker.
Very nice.
I thought about maybe doing a remote from my backyard while I smoke the brisket.
Why
I thought
not?
about that.
The weather is perfect.
I know.
You got to move some gear out there, but
well, I mean, I could pull it off. I mean, I could make it happen.
Well, you should think about that. Not a bad idea. So, anyways, so some things are more expensive, beer. Some things are less expensive, the other stuff. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. It'll offset.
Yeah, I think so.
Are you excited about the halftime show? Anyone? Is anyone? Because Rihanna, I guess, hasn't performed. Is this true? She hasn't performed live in 6 years, or she just hasn't toured in 6 years.
I think she hasn't toured, but don't quote me on that.
I think Rihanna's going to be good. She's going to be good.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she's very talented. And
it's Super Bowl halftime show. It's not like a 2-hour concert. She's going to be fine.
I heard that one of some other dude who was supposed to sing with her broke his foot. He's like, I'm gonna be there, and he's on crutches, but he's gonna man up and be out there.
Good for him.
I've already forgotten his name.
That's too
guy
bad.
who sings with a lot of people. He's like the guy who sings on a lot of other.
Is it Drake?
Stuff. No.
Hmm.
No. Although
That's
with Rihanna being there, Marquise Valdez Scantling has asked, he's like, can I watch the show? He says, serious question. Can I watch Rihanna when she performs at halftime? And I would imagine the Chiefs are going to say, well, we prefer you be in the locker room. Hey, remember the punter, Tommy Townsend, and he was like wanting to, watch somebody. And then there was, who's the guy? Oh, that's right, Evan McPherson.
Yeah.
He actually stayed on the sideline so he could watch Dre and Snoop Dogg and all those guys out there. And you can see him now. He's all.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, you're a punter on a team. Why wouldn't you stay out there if these are your favorite artists?
You don't need him in the locker room. You just say, McPherson, you're fine, but just don't sing the lyrics.
And look, also if you're out there, don't miss. That's the thing.
If I'm MVS, I'm staying on the sidelines, and one of my receivers are going to give me the heads up on what's going on in the second.
Michael Irvin, back in 1993, he snuck out so you could watch Michael Jackson. He went out there. He's like, yeah, I snuck out. I just said, hey, I got to go to the bathroom. And he took a left, and he says he went up there to see Michael Jackson perform. So, I don't know. I mean, you kind of need Marquez Valdez Scantling in the locker room, I think. I kind of feel like you're going to need him in there.
I mean, unless the game is just a blowout at that point, that there's no coach that's going to let a wide receiver, much less an important one, go back out there and watch on. I
don't know. I'm pretty sure Jeffrey or myself could make it happen. We would figure out a way for somebody to have some sort of substitute, a sack or something that's filled. It looks like us with our helmet on.
We've done
something.
this before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
We took 2 weeks off of the morning show.
Oh yeah.
Using pillows and straw arms like this.
Yeah. Our GM thought we were on the air, and we were not. We had pillows and straw.
To be fair, he was not very bright.
Well,
yeah,
I wasn't going to bring that up.
How did you actually fill the air time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was not our problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Beer Nut says Philly fans are the worst. I never forgive them for when Irvin got injured. That's a long time to be bitter.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Bruno Baller says, what does Randy need us to bring to this backyard bash?
Well, I mean, lots of beverages, some meats, the usual, backyard birthday party bash.
Rye Guy says, let's not pretend here, people. Raider fans absolutely take the whole cake on the Richard scale, if you know what I mean. Philly fans are passionate with a little bit of Richardness, where Raider fans are just all Richard.
Yeah,
now that's not true. I've met a lot of really nice, hard-working, not ever been to prison Raider fans. A few. I'm just saying that is he right?
See, no, I
is he right? I don't think. No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I've never seen Philly fans go after you. It's
so do Raider fans.
I don't know. All I know is I've been around a few of the sports bars in the area and stuff, and the way the Raider fans are, it's not the same.
Rye Guy.
Maybe it's different.
A Philly fan will throw stuff at you and heckle you. A Raider fan will cut you.
Maybe at the stadium, but not, just out and about. Philly fans will just give you the business,
we've had various interactions.
Yeah.
Randy, various interactions with positive Philly fans. You've had interactions with Midway. We've seen plenty of interactions with bad ones. But the same thing is said for Raider fans. So I guess if we're going to do this, we can't do it off of our own personal interactions. We have to look at them as, a statistical whole. Which one is worse, the Raider fans or the Philly fans? And I guess that's a good question for the super fans of the fourth dimension. If we were doing polls for a while, but then somebody else started doing polls, and we're like, okay, well, he copied that too. All right, we'll just not do that anymore. But I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind having a poll, which is worse, Philly fans or Raider fans. I'm curious about that. We got to take a break. We come back. We've got On This Date and Big Georgia sports history and more of the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Streaming only on Peacock. From the mind of Rian Johnson, the writer-director of Knives Out.
Miss Kale, you've got this gift. Always known the truth.
I only know if something is a lie. The real trick of it is figure out why.
Natasha Lyonne is Charlie Kale.
It wasn't an accident. I think there's been a murder.
You watch too much Dateline.
A new 10-part mystery series.
Wool's on my fender. I gotta keep moving. I've been kind of a death magnet.
Poker Face. Streaming now only on Peacock.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears radio show, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. I am here today to make the statement that just because we're in a bear market does not mean that you have to be losing money. Just like Michael Burry and Warren Buffett, bear markets should be where real generational wealth is created. But most will follow the same broken strategy that lost them in the last bear market. We are inviting you to come to an intensive 3-day trading and investing class where we will show you the trading and investing strategies of the market wizards. This class is typically $299, but right now, for 66% off, you can join us in this class. Just call 8448-TRADER. That's 8448-87-2337 and tell the operator you want the $99 3-day class, or text $99 to 25029. That's $99 to 25029.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic,
Arizona's new home for sports.
So I told the guy, Jeffrey, yeah. Oh, you said fruit basket. I thought you said, are we live?
Oh, yeah, we're live.
Sorry.
Tell me later.
Okay.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Hey, before we get on to the next thing here, I just want everybody to know that if you got a kid looking for a job, Chipotle says they're going to hire 15,000 new employees for burrito season. It runs from March through May. So, I mean, we know it is spring, but they call it burrito season.
March through May?
Yeah.
So like a Saturday job or?
Yeah. If you got a kid that's needing some money and it might be constipated, because I'm sure they'll get free food. Chipotle is hiring. So just letting you know, 15,000 new employees across the nation.
For Chipotle by me?
You're going to go to work for Chipotle?
Wait, what? What?
I mean, I don't know how much money they make. You might want to look that up.
They make money though.
Yeah, actual money, yes. Against the Spread says you can make some big money off the Super Bowl halftime show on prop betting. Trick is you got to find someone who's involved in rehearsal, and they'll know what song was going to be performed at halftime. It's a no-lose bet. Last time the Super Bowl was here, I was lucky. I knew someone that had family member performing with Katy Perry. I had to drive to Vegas, turn around for that one because times were different. That's cheating. That is cheating, I guess. But I guess if you get the inside information, I don't know. Seems like that's wrong, but I guess why wouldn't you? I mean, Not your fault. Somebody told you. Bruno Baller says the Raiders and the Eagles actually matched up in the Super Bowl back in 1981.
Yes.
It was Jaworski at quarterback for the Eagles and Jim Plunkett, I believe, for the Raiders.
You're correct. Yeah.
And there were no survivors.
No. Well, there were.
There had to be, I think. Otherwise, how would we know?
Raiders.
Well, the cameras kept going.
Yeah.
just a bloodbath.
That's it.
In
Yeah.
the stands.
Somebody drove over, picked up the tape, took it to played it on TV. Tijuas says Randy needs some carne asada. Also, fire Brandon Staley. Well, that's the last thing you texted back in January 18th. And other days, January
Brandon
16th.
Staley.
January 16th. Let's see. I'm just scrolling on your text here. Pretty much the majority of what Tijuas has had to say lately is fire Brandon Staley. But why? He's fine. You're fine, Tijuas. You're fine. You're going to have a good year next year. Your quarterback's going to get healthy. He's got the surgery. Everything is going to be fine. Just hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Lost Toby says eggs went up in price because of bird flu and farms had to kill over like 1 million hens.
So are those the birds they're feeding to us?
Good God.
Is that why wing prices are down?
That's dark.
That actually adds up, doesn't it?
See what I mean? See what I'm saying there?
I had my flu shot, so I'm gonna eat the hell out of some chicken. I don't even care. Straight Striper says, as a Raider fan, I'd like to kindly request that listeners kiss my Richard. Thank you. All right, take it easy, Straight Striper. I wasn't saying anything bad about him.
No.
Big George says Chipotle does not cure constipation, not like Taco Bell, not like White Castle. At least in my experience, he says.
Well, I mean, Big George, he would know that because he frequents the White Castle.
Rye Guy says Raider fans will actually urinate on you. Then they'll proudly laugh. Filthy people. But to be fair, I've been a disgruntled Bolts fan since childhood, so the particular matchup brings the worst out. They make themselves easily hated, though.
I do remember that one time an Eagles fan once intentionally threw up on an 11-year-old girl.
Jesus Christ.
That happened. That's a real thing that happened. You can Google it.
And then out of nowhere, here's Silver Pops. Luca's still a hoe. He hasn't texted in for 6 days. That's all that was on his mind. Luca, still a hoe.
Puts up 50 last night. He's still a hoe, huh?
Okay. Still a hoe.
All right.
Random texture says, so when and what is the contest for 1580 giving away a pair of Super Bowl tickets with? We're not. We're just not.
No.
We are not. 0%. I think you might, there is something coming up where you might get, some tickets to a very, very swanky, tailgating kind of thing.
Swanky.
Yeah. So there's something really big coming.
There's a swanky tailgate thing coming up.
Some swanky thing is happening. I don't know a whole lot about it yet.
Why was I not? Why was I not?
Celebrities and great food and stuff like that.
Okay.
And we will be telling you about that soon.
Swanky.
King Kitten says, hey, everybody, it's Taco Tuesday. Yeah. I'm not having tacos tonight. No. I'm gonna have steak. Wife's got me grilling tonight. Mars Bars 805 says, I will take an 805, please. And happy Taco Tuesday. Quit being a bunch of wussies. Go Raiders. By the way, he did not say wussies.
I bet he
Just
did.
saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right, let's get this done and out of the way so we can talk about some stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1988, Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl, threw 4 of his team's 5 touchdowns in the second quarter as the now named Washington Commanders exploded for 35 points and routed the Denver Broncos 42-10 in Super Bowl XXII.
Yeah.
I think it's 22. In the first Super Bowl ever played in San Diego, Doug Williams was Super Bowl MVP. Back to me, Jeffrey.
No kidding. I watched that game.
Yeah.
I remember watching Doug Williams, and that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say the old name of the team. There was a reason they changed the name of the team. So I'm not going to, even in a historical context, say the name of the team. The reason we stopped saying the name of the team is so people would not have their feelings hurt.
Yep.
I ain't going to do it. I'll hurt your feelings in other ways, not in racial ways. I just won't do it. So Randy will hurt your feelings by playing the fight song of the Commanders.
That is the Hail to the Commandos.
It's an amazing song. And what they did to that song is butchered it. They butchered it.
I've heard junior high bands that were a little more organized than this.
I played in a junior high band that was more organized than
Right
that.
now,
What the
you
hell?
playing one?
Yeah.
No, not right now.
The hell's
Once-
going on,
when I
Kinda
was in
weird
junior
you're playing in a
high.
junior high band.
Obviously, when I was in junior
You playing
high.
the tuba? What are you playing in the junior high band
Well,
right now?
when I was in junior high, I played trumpet.
Oh, trumpeter. Okay. Well, then you can hear the trumpets in this song.
And
I
it's
feel like I'm sitting in like
discordance
a
is the word.
grade performance that I have to suffer through.
Yeah,
So my
oh, it's-
kid and
it's
then I
painful.
got to do this from the audience. Looking good.
Yeah. It's dope. Tell me
If
about
you
it.
are ever see me in the audience at a 5th grade performance doing this, what I'm really saying under my breath is, this is the worst thing ever. I hope I just want to go home.
I'm
Let's
dying
go. Start the car, honey.
Yeah. Ugh. I have sat through my share of those. Yeah. Horrible.
By the way, old Doug Williams there. And I loved it when Cam Newton was like, who was it? Was it Cam Newton saying, I'm the first black quarterback? Was that Cam Newton saying that?
It does sound like Cam.
Sounds like Cam. Yeah.
It was like, hey, Cam, Doug Williams would like a word.
Mhm.
He won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We were pretty sure if he lost, he wasn't going to pout about it like you did.
Didn't Russ Wilson go before Cam? What is Cam talking about?
Russ Wilson.
Just saying.
And
Yeah.
who also won?
Yeah.
By the way, Russ Wilson went twice before
Right.
Cam went once.
I'm sure glad Cam is gone.
Yeah.
Doug Williams, by the way, played for the Arizona Outlaws in the USFL in 1985.
He
as
did?
well,
I
before he
remember that.
played for
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
He also
All
played
right.
with the creamsicle colored Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the time.
And Warren Moon, didn't he play in the Super Bowl?
Pretty
Warren
sure
Moon?
for the Oilers.
I think so.
I don't
Didn't he?
remember if he won one or not, or if he actually did make it.
I don't
know
think
he
he
made
won one.
playoffs.
I thought Warren Moon got was
Any
Randall
Oiler
Cummings
fans out there?
were close.
And also, I think this is the first Super Bowl that we have right now with Pat Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, with two black quarterbacks starting.
Yes, that's right. That's
So-
right.
That's amazing.
Silver Pop says, "What's worse, guys? Eagle fans or Mahomes' haircut?" I say it's close, but I'm still going to say Eagle fans are worse. I'll tell you what, the Mahomes has put that haircut on every kid in America right now.
Yeah. that's
Every
true.
kid has that curly mushroom top thing going on. Everybody looks the same, and they all are working the Mahomes cut. Say what
Yes,
you
they
will.
are.
Yeah. Random texter says, just in case it was not discussed yesterday, Cindy Williams and Adam Rich have both died. Thanks, Random texter. We did. We talked about it way more than we felt like we needed to, but thank you. Against the Spread says, Warren Moon never played in a Super Bowl.
Okay, wait. Who was the Tennessee Titans quarterback?
That was Steve McNair.
Steve McNair.
Did he play in a Super Bowl?
He played the Super Bowl.
He
against
did.
the
Did he win?
Rams.
Lost to Kurt Warner and the Rams.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They
What
came
was
up
it like?
not
Yeah,
two,
like
2
six-
feet short.
Yeah.
Right?
Nostramarcus, why are you hating on Warren Moon? He says Warren Buffoon never made it to the Super Bowl. Long-suffering Oilers and Texan fans can attest to that.
Well, Steve McNair made it.
Like it was his fault.
Yeah, and also at the risk of sounding like Will Smith, you take Warren Moon's name out of your mouth, sir.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Keon is easily angered lately.
Well,
Something's
no,
going
but
on.
that's
something is going on.
That
with
is
Keon.
Warren Moon.
So.
That's Warren Moon. You don't get to say that about
No,
Warren
he
Moon.
was damn good, and probably not the reason, but
Warren Buffoon. Get out of here.
Keon's very angry.
Yeah.
So the ratings are out, and here's the numbers for the NFC Championship game. Just crazy. 47.5 million people watched the game, and it was kind of a bummer of a game. It started out like, okay, it's tight, it's close,
Yeah.
and then the second
Yeah.
half just got away from it. So 47.5 million, but then Bengals and Chiefs, 6 more million, 53.1 million viewers.
Wow.
Now the game peaked at 59 million. That's a lot of
peaked
damn
at
eyeballs.
59? Wow.
Well, people tune in, tune out, so the averages and all that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But in the end, the average was 53 million. The peak viewing audience, 59 million. And of course, the NFC Championship game, they peaked at 52.3 million. So technically, at some point, there was 52.3 million watching NFC game, and there's 59.3 watching the Bengals Chiefs AFC game. So that's a lot of damn people.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't tell me football ain't what it used to be.
I wonder how many
Football
of those
is crazy right now.
How many of those people are the same people that watch the NFC, watch the AFC?
I would imagine quite a few people are
Yeah.
going to watch both games. It's
Yeah.
the last two games you got
Right.
before the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, and then
Yeah.
that's it, man.
It will be interesting to see what the ratings are on the Super Bowl this year.
It's going to be bigger than probably the last 3 or 4 years. I
Think
don't
so?
know if it's going to be a record, but it's going to be huge. And especially with all the interest that they're getting for starting the division in Europe with Germany and England and whoever else they're thinking about throwing a game or a team into. This football thing is taking off, man. It's
I think
taking
they should
off.
throw Spain in there. Like
Against
Spain.
the spread.
Yeah.
Says Air McNair. Air McNair.
Yeah. Steve
He says
McNair.
Warren Moon was a excellent trailblazing quarterback who played for the Washington Huskies and didn't get a shot in the NFL until after he played in the CFL.
And he won like a bunch of CFL championships too.
Yeah, he won like 3 Grey Cups, didn't he?
Pringle says, I was really hoping the Bengals would make it back to the Super Bowl, but they came up Kyler Murray.
Oh. Why?
Just out of nowhere.
Why?
Just like
Wow.
Silver Pops. Lucas still a hoe.
Well.
And Pringle out there just coming after Kyler Murray out of nowhere.
Hmm.
Guess that's how we're going to end this show today. All right, guys, that's it for us. We'll be back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Horn penetrates, drives, lobs it down low to Washington, who slams it in.